And I'm here.
Hello.
Hello. I don't think I'm in the right room.
I believe we are audible, and now we have communication with the outside. Can you hear us? Wonderful. Well, we'll go ahead and get started with today's session of jokes, tales, and critical fails here on crispy_l at twitch.tv. This is our 18th live session of... What's up? You should. I'm coming through on my end. I can see... 1 second. Fix. Did this change anything? Hello. Well,
Yep, you're good.
well,
Oh, wait.
got an echo. Okay,
Oh, it's coming through on the...
wrong speakers? Yeah, I've been there.
It's
Anyway.
it's coming through on my monitor speakers.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
Yeah, I had to do that too before starting the session. Anyway, welcome back. We are on our 18th live session of Scouring Scorched Continent, our resident Rakeshian session. Campaign run in the deserts of the Scorched Continent. Our heroes here are at a titular battle at the forefront of their operation here in the compound of the Violet Knight, assigned a task by a diplomat and high-ranking general here within the armies of the Rakeshian ranks. Our players have been tasked to take down a rather treacherous and demonic cult of drug addicts. It was discovered. The general of the Red Empire, one of the high generals there specifically, Mahmud Telmahad from the from the capital of Karev, or not the capital, from the city of Karev, has come to you all in the town of Agressa and assigned you this task. And as you guys have been on the task for upwards of a week now, you have infiltrated the compound, gained the trust of a number of both the cultists as well as higher-ups within the organization, and have now enacted a revolution of sorts. It seems that you all have successfully subverted the rule of a demoness by the name of Lady Delora. Her true identity, something known as a Crewlee, a demonic minion aligned with succubi and incubi, who have the ability to influence and control the minds of their lessers. They have been manipulating these drug addicts using a drug known as Viraka, a lubricant which seems to lessen the inhibitions of one's user, as well as what was recently discovered, a very flammable liquid. As you have used this to your advantage in your revolt against Lady Delora, you have slayed a good number of people, turned the will of the cultists in your favor, upon defeating monstrosities that have been concocted beneath the surface of these sands, below the temple, in secret this whole time. As the last of these monstrosities, one cast into the flames lit beneath in this cave system, the other two felled deftly by your mighty friends, Oberon making a call to reason to all of the surrounding cultists as the final monstrosity falls. The head enforcer, a man you know as Brother Tassar, drops his weapon, calls out to his fellow enforcers that there is no family. It's all been a lie, we've all been fooled, and to stand down. As he does this, Lady Delora emerges from the shadow and strikes him in anger. As you all turn to act, at the top of the turn order, we are still technically in combat. Avery, what are you doing?
The game is paused, but when it is not paused, I will move. I will go behind here to hopefully block off her path, and then I will guiding bolt her.
Okay, roll to hit.
Make sure I'm doing this right.
You cannot get there without entering a range.
Then I will go over here then.
Okay.
Ah.
You have to go.
Yeah, I know. It's there.
Okay. Very. And you're still going to guiding bolt, right?
Huh?
You're still guiding bolting.
Yes.
Guiding bolt?
Guiding bolt.
What do you... Bolting guidily. That is...
Guiding bolt. That's not very good. That is 13 to hit.
13 to hit is not going to...
I don't think so.
You watch as she swats away this magical bolt as it comes in and looks to you. She is now in like a very feral state. I don't know which form you see her in, but either form, either the beautiful woman she takes as a guise, depending on which you see, or her monstrosity. Some of you could still see it. The chances, though, that many of you are, is low. For every time she is struck for like a percentage of her health, you guys can remake a wisdom saving throw. So, we'll say by now you can either choose which form you see, but either one is just hunched over, like bloody hands, beautiful like porcelain hands, or just bloody claws, just either of which hunched over and like breathing heavily. But bolt slams your guiding bolt into the wall. The enforcers, however, on this turn, under the command of Tassar, don't attack. They do currently hold their weapons off to the side. Do not drop them, as things are weird. But they hold them down, tips to the earth. And kind of like take timid steps back, to be honest. Back. All in the Lady Delora. Lady Delora starts like screaming. Traitors! Deceivers! Enemies. Bastion. Should I just go through a turn of attacks? You want to do something in particular?
Oh, you're muted.
I think he's still in the car.
Okay.
I just got home. I'll just postpone my turn to the end, and then I'll be at my computer.
Okay. The cultists, I will make a series of checks. These are natural 20, or these are natural 20s. These are D20. I'm going to... So there's about 8 cultists. I will roll 4 D20. Kind of split them up into pairs. Since they're all going to be at disadvantage, we will say they're at advantage. They're kind of like doubling up. Just for simplicity's sake. So they get a plus check. And this will determine if they have the cojones to step in against Lady Laura. Let us see here. That's a 10, a 3, a 3, and a 10. All with +3. None of them dare to step forward against Lady Delora. Each of them are going to ready an action, though, in case she does try to flee. and they're going to take steps back, fanning out one by one, spreading around. Guy stepping out of the fire.
Good choice. Good choice.
He's actually gonna. He fails to save, so he takes 8 points of damage. You watch as this cultist shrivels up and burns from being caught on fire. The previous round. If I remember correctly, that was a stray. That was a stray alchemical fire that missed the big hulking form and hit him. So,
Yeah.
that's unfortunate. That's another cultist. But yeah, that's their turn. Oberon, sir, your go.
Oh, sorry. So let's just run up on it, climbing over this hulking mass. Is this guy friendly? Can I tell? One near death.
All the cultists have listened to Brother Tassar. All of them seem to be on your side. To just be candid about it. This one even took a step back into the hallways. I missed that one. But yeah, they all were enemies, but upon Brother Tassar's, all the enemies don't seem to be readying attack.
Alright, so yeah, we're gonna move up behind her.
Okay.
And take some punches.
Acid thing. Not bad.
Everything there.
That will hit.
Should be plus one more.
So plus, you did 6 damage?
6. Yeah, 6 damage.
That is half to 3. But what's the damage type? I believe just bludgeoning.
Slashing?
Yeah. So it is still half
magical?
to 3. It's not magically yet. That is a feature you get later on. What I will say is your ranged attacks are all radiant.
Insignia of the Claws. While wearing Insignia, you gain +1 bonus to attack you make with unarmed natural weapons. Such attacks are considered to be magical.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
You gave it to me.
My bad. I forgot. I give out a lot of items. A lot more than just at this campaign, so you got to keep me reminded.
Slashing.
Okay. Yeah. I've marked off the full 6. And are you attacking offhand or
So using a key point to do
flurry blows?
Strikes. Yeah.
Got it. That one's gonna hit. Go ahead and roll the first damage. Yeah, so on this one, she is going to which gives her half damage, but it uses her reaction. As you strike her, you watch as her form starts to shift from the plane, as if beginning to go ethereal once more. She takes half damage from that will be half to and the second one is going to is one did it. Use it here, but now that's going to recharge on a 5 or 6. That will end her. Well, I mean that is her reaction. So, you do an Arcana check for me.
Unless
Oberon, did I think I already made you make an Arcana check to see if you recognize spell? But make a general Arcana check now that you it.
That's a bonus.
It kind of last Arcana. Make another
14.
14. I will say, your monastery definitely covered the. And you kind of recognize the shimmer and like turn to like a mist that she did. There is the spell known as Misty Step with an Arcana 14 back there. The difference being of like stepping into mist, kind of simulating the ethereal plane, or turning into mist, which is what she did. You could watch her form became like translucent and ethereal. So you would recognize her stepping into the. And what that would mean. It is sort of like a mirror plane that overlaps countless. It is known as the but that will do you want to move at all?
No, I'm not taking an attack. I'm too close to death.
Well, with that 14 you would know that things in the ethereal plane cannot interact with the
Oh, on her reaction, she put up a.
She is gone.
Oh,
she vanishes. Gone. As her reaction, she can retreat to the ethereal plane when struck with an attack. It halves the damage she takes from the attack, and you like lose her altogether. What I will say is your knowledge of that would know she's not there in your plane anymore. She cannot hurt you. So if you want to move, you would be aware of that knowledge.
No.
You would also know she's technically still there in front of you.
What?
She just could move through you. She could move through the ground. She could up. She.
Well, no, I can't cast a spell. So.
Just so you know, I am at a computer now.
Okay, cool. So, end your turn?
There you go.
Okay, gotcha.
I can click the button.
Brother Caldon is unconscious. Lady Delora, on her turn, who knows what she... Not here.
Doesn't Caldon have to do death saves?
No, because somebody did non-lethal damage.
Oh, yeah,
that's right!
She does not regain her.
Fuck out.
Okay. It is Fume's turn. Fume will go, where'd she go? Where'd she go? He like reached through her space for a second. Grab his hammer, look around.
She's right here. She'll show up in a minute. In about 10 seconds.
Then he'll hold his action. You don't know that. What like your knowledge of the ethereal plane is she is in the ethereal plane. She can move about. Theoretically on her turn. You don't know if she's going to return there. She like the ethereal plane is like a. She could have gone anywhere. She still has to move like her regular distance. But she could have gone any direction. He will like slowly creep around, searching about, holding an action. I will. Yeah, he'll kind of like creep about and come back here where you told him, Oberon, and just hold an action. If anything pops out, take a step into this spot even, and just kind of like hold it over everybody who's there. Brother Tassar goes, she could be anywhere. She has many tricks. Many deceptions. Yeah, Fume's gonna hold his action. You're back at your computer. Oh, so right, of course, that meant you were delaying your turn. I will say you did call the delay the turn.
Yeah, that's
So
what I said.
yeah,
I'm
so
trying to keep that.
she is vanished already.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you want to do?
Well, now that she's vanished, I can't really do much. The cultists around, they don't look like they're completely on our side. They're back to Wake, correct?
So they're not fighting against you. You have Tassar on your side. They're not fighting against Tassar. They're definitely not going to step toward you. They definitely don't seem 100. You go ahead and roll an insight check. That is available to everybody.
Nat 20?
Nat 20. You would know these people will not attack Lady Delora. Just judging on the short time that you've been here, you've assessed these people that they see her as a goddess. And they're so torn between whether or not you're deceiving them or she's deceiving them that they don't know what to get from this. They just know that they're stupid. That is 100% what they're realizing. They're like, every call we make is often wrong. Who do we listen to? Things were good under Lady Delora. These people come along and now we're in a cave by a fiery pit with monstrosities. It's hard to listen to them, but they're making good points. They're dumb and they're scared. And
got it.
You guys aren't 100% giving them confidence they're with the right side, but you definitely have proved them or proved most of your words true. They're scared
cool.
though. That is 100% clear to you.
He has a ready to action. I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to run down to here. I'm already in action that if Lady Delora comes anywhere within the 10 feet of my range to attack her. That's really all I can do at this moment. Yeah, that's all I can really do.
Okay.
It's one of those times that being a fighter is not the best.
100%. Ignacio.
My turn. So I have a question.
They have an answer.
So she's in the veil right now, right? So she stepped between
That's what you could tell.
realm. Yeah. Well, I heard them talking about it. Could I Eldritch Sight and try to see if I could like notice energy somewhere?
Go ahead and make a perception.
Could I? That's just a 12.
Just a 12?
Yeah.
A glimpse of energy and just this wisp of like of
Okay.
You associate transmutation magic. Making oneself ethereal. Transmutation magic. Just a wisp of it, but it does drift in the direction, like just kind of like this wisp of energy that whisks gently in the like down into.
I'd like to point that out. Be like, there's something over there. She went this way. She's got to be over there. And the most magical thing, because I've noticed that like we've tried to hit her with other shit, just like the people who can hit physically have been hitting her. She hasn't taken a lot of damage, and my only magical damage I can do is
Your Eldritch blasts have been doing damage.
Yeah.
Except for the fire.
Except for fire. I will shoot in this direction with an Eldritch Blast.
You're just gonna shoot down the hallway?
Yes, and I'll see if I can hit something.
This is pushing the boundaries of an Eldritch.
Really? Because I can't see her?
Technically. And as much as I hate to say, like, I'm gonna say as much. I definitely hate to say you can't Eldritch Blast now. But part of an Eldritch Blast says you, it doesn't say
Target.
1 second, 1 second.
Sure, it's target.
So a beam, crackling energy streaks toward a creature. So it's as if you like fire it off toward a creature. What I no, fucking, I'm not even. This will open out to us later on. Just go ahead and make a DC. Do make a spell warping check. This is essentially a fish to make sure you don't roll a 1. DC is 8.
So what am I rolling? Just a regular d20?
Yeah, with your spellcasting modifier. You have proficiency in whatever you cast spells. So charisma. So charisma plus proficiency on a d20. You don't want to roll a 1.
Okay. God!
You're not meant to do
What the
it.
fuck? I'm gonna cry.
Chris, you kept saying don't roll a 1 so
I
many times.
love
You're
You
not
just
meant to do
gave us-
it. You're not meant to do it.
No!
So that's an automatic trigger on the wild magic table.
We're about to get fireballed. How do you feel?
Please roll a
Oh
D100.
God, why does it have to be me?
God, I love this
You're
game
trying to
so fucking much.
fancy
Every
magic.
time I say that, I gotta defend him here. That wasn't even that fancy of magic. I was just kind of being a bit of a rules lawyer there, and
You're fine.
I love it
This
so
is
much.
Your rules of your world said this is risk.
Please roll a D10 for me.
Oh God.
Not a D100?
No,
Right.
it's a 10.
A
35 and a 3.
3 fireballs to hit.
God, no. I aimed it this way.
It doesn't matter.
Your skin gets even younger and smoother in just a brief moment as like flare of arcane energy bursts from your fingertips and it shoots off literally like a sparkler of fireworks. Just like bang, 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 just like sprinkled down the hallway. And you are 3 years younger.
What the fuck?
That's pretty fucking cool. That's
pretty tame. You got lucky.
That's one of the most that's one of probably the best ones you could have
Yeah,
gotten.
it's
on a
really
Wild Magic table.
innocuous.
Huh.
You got
As a
lucky.
snake person.
Huh.
As a
So,
snake person, you
not-
just went back 3 sheddings. Like, it's all good.
I
Yeah.
don't think I wrote down his age. He was like 30 something.
And Ignacio, I
But,
have
like-
to say, like, you on T form, Idris over here knows it. You already have very fine skin, so I was about to like describe your skin becoming even more fair, but like you already have some pretty fair skin, but like yeah, you even look even younger faced than you already did.
So now my hair isn't like full in. Now it's like prepubescent.
No, you haven't lost that many years. It's almost unrecognized. You could have gotten 10 years. I want to be
I
clear.
know.
But yeah.
I wonder how that would work for Bastion.
I
You
probably would have
unrust.
I probably would have
I imagine like chips and dents that are like in his armor have like fixed
Actually,
themselves.
no, I probably would have done something else.
Oh, that would okay. Well, now I just need
a good thing you don't cast magic.
good thing you don't cast magic now. So yeah, that happens. Just like a sparkler of energy, nothing comes out. It lights up the hallway, nothing seems to be down it. You can go ahead and make a perception if you would like.
Okay. Yeah.
second perspective.
With your
With
younger eyes.
with magic
With
eyes.
your
also.
new younger eyes, you're just
Yeah.
vision. I don't need these glasses
It
anymore.
got better.
I don't even. I don't need
you had
glasses,
worn
but
glasses
I actually don't
before,
need 'em.
but
Well,
take
apparently
out a
they do need
pair,
glasses,
break them,
actually.
and don't need them anymore.
They apparently had LASIK between this, like, 3 years ago and now, because this is worse.
So that is so
Yeah.
good. I fucking love
LASIK.
that happened. Just don't have you roll one. Hoffs
I
on
love
his
that you
turn.
just feed the universe that shit every time.
Hoffs is going to come out a little, step away from the fire, tuck in here, and just hold a spell. If anybody comes, like, if he appears within sight of anybody around here, he's just kind of like watching and like holding out his, and you just watch it like start to like spark with arcane energy between his fingers.
I'd like to say on behalf of him from his thing last time that he would save his spell slot.
Yes, it is
Okay,
just a
good.
mind slip.
I just want to make sure.
Can't believe on a full Twitch stream I rolled a fucking 1.
You were gonna roll the one on Twitch.
I have a
eventually.
power for that. I really do.
You've done it to every party.
I've done
at
it
least
like
once.
just
That's a DM power.
I've been
good
like
for you.
for the other one, there was another party for Zengu. He was like I can jump a distance of this with a running start, and I'm like, you still have to roll an athletics check. You know, the idea that like, yeah, you may be able to make that jump normally easily because of your strength score, but with a 1, random shit can happen. Like, you may be athletic and like can take on
Proficient.
the world, but 1s can happen because no matter how athletic you are, a tile can still slip out from under your foot. A rock can still fall on your head randomly. You know, the world is a world of chaos. And that's where the 1s and 20s still apply. But
100%.
that's where it's fun. Am I talking about Zengu right now? It was perfect because he had to just jump this 10-foot gap. This guy is a monster. He even has a tail that makes him like a monkey. And I was literally just like, this is basically just a test so you don't roll a 1. Rolls 1 right there, and I'm like, I am so sorry. It was, oh wait, no, was that Kane? That was Kane.
That was Kane.
Zengu made it across. I was just like, oh, and then the guy who wasn't here for the session, I was like, oh, Kane still has to do it too, and he rolls the 1, and I'm like, look, I made these rules, I set it up, and I'm gonna kill the guy who's not here. This is on me. This is my fault. It is just the way the world works. Sorry, chaos exists. I didn't make it. I kind of did make it a little bit. Hey, Bellathar just subscribed. 16 months. No, not yet. You don't have the new subscriber badge. I don't think.
Isn't that
I think
18?
it's 18 months. Yeah. Fuck. Got me excited.
I'll get it soon. 2 more months.
Soon. Anyway.
But I want to give myself that really nice inspiration that comes from
please,
Tier 3.
please.
As well as I want to bane you.
That's interesting.
Then you're right.
I'll have to remake some plans here. Make sure my things don't require me.
That's why I gave myself
Does
inspiration.
that mean when I play your cultists that I get minus D4s on all that? Is that
No,
fair?
no. That's
Hoffs?
not.
Hoffs when I play Hoffs? No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. That's not that mean.
Unless.
At times until you say
Screwed up
And say,
Ignacio's.
don't roll a 1.
spell.
Wink.
The cultists on the enemy team, if you're okay with... No, I'm gonna keep... They
Yeah, because
are
they're
still
not.
aligned with you, so I'm still moving them on their turn as you, just so I don't forget. If things change. Avery, turn once more.
Is me once more.
I will be honest, they are all seeming on your side. Tassar is on your side.
Did Ignacio call out where she was when they shot their Eldritch Blast?
Ignacio said there's some sort of movement. Did leave it vague. They didn't confidently say they're down this way. Well, they kind of did. But they said they went this way. Down, and
They
then
went
fired
this
the
way
blast.
because that's where the energy was. You know, the magics.
Cool.
And then And then I got 3 years younger. At least I don't know that. Do I know that? Would I know
You
that?
feel
No,
it.
you don't.
I just feel younger.
You do feel younger. You don't know how many years.
A couple.
Man, my arthritis is like weaker.
My trigger finger specifically, because that's what I use the most. Avery, what are you doing?
5,
You moving?
6.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm gonna give chase.
Ooh.
Oh, that's great.
That's usually Hoff's move.
I know. I'm ready to die too.
Please be careful. You're a
Yeah,
child.
but here's the thing. Hoffs and I had a healer in the background.
The child is giving chase. That's what they're doing.
I know.
I support it 100%.
Of course you do.
Of course.
6.
You want the child to die.
And I can't see it right now because I moved. But I would also like my spiritual weapon to move 30 feet my direction.
Okay. Got it.
If you could do that, I'd appreciate it.
Where in your direction? So down the hallway with you?
So yeah, with me. Yeah.
That cat.
Oh, fuck. I forgot to do something. Damn it.
I
Damn
forgot to
it.
make an attack, but that's okay.
What is...
I
Things are
forget
happening. No,
whipping.
no, where's the... Not that one. Where's the
Oh, is
cat?
that... Oh, the cat.
There you go.
The cat.
Sorry, is that your,
Oh, I'm
your old
ready.
spiritual weapon, if I'm not mistaken? Can I-
That... Yes, you may. Thank you.
You could move
And-
it.
I can now! I just couldn't see it! I clicked the spiritual weapon. Now it's spiritual weapons view. It was just out of it.
Okay, cool.
And then
Take
I
a sip,
will
Chris.
Here,
drink,
you
bitch.
go.
No!
God damn it.
Ah, yes.
Beer has this great
Um,
cooling effect. Love it. As I get drunker, I don't care about the heat as much.
Awful.
I'm getting ice
Um,
cold glares from...
Giving it.
Hey, but I
Good.
know what you're talking about because I have that same feeling with mead.
Then I will cure wounds myself.
Okay.
No,
Okay,
I won't.
good.
No, I'm not. I don't do that. I'm taking spell slots.
Oh, so you don't.
I will. I don't. I will hold my action to Word of Radiance if I see her.
Can I just scream at the child running forward with reckless abandon? Please be careful of traps, because I'm not sure if we got all of them.
Okay.
It's just fine.
So what are you doing for your action? You do hear that.
I hold my action to do Word of Radiance if I see her.
You got it. Word of Radiance is around
monstrosity.
you know, right?
Hmm?
Word of Radiance emits around you?
Yes, we discovered this last time. That's why I stopped using it.
Yeah, I just want to make
Told
sure
the
you
dead.
remember that.
Told the
Okay.
told the dead. Then yes.
Okay. That's the end of your turn?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the
I've walked out of
enforcers
people's view.
all take a slow step back, weapons at the ready. They take a pair of step backs, kind of hold their action, or if anyone comes to attack them. This enforcer here starts like moving through the tunnels. He approaches you, Avery. You can see in his eyes just big bold pools of black as he goes, "You're a traitor, and you will die." As he goes and stabs you with his...
Oh, cool. I saw him. I thought he was cool. I was wrong.
He was not. This is just the one that kind of like fleed in here after getting drained from Delora the turn ago, and he definitely seems a lot more charmed by her than he was a moment ago. But that's gonna hit you if I'm...
Absolutely, 100%.
Ain't that-
Don't kill me.
Ain't that a whole bunch of neat? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Huh?
Real. I love it. You don't
Cool.
understand. I'm
Cool
just
how
so
I'm
delighted.
attacking you.
I love it. Wow. Do it again.
8 points of damage.
I eat it.
Okay. That is the end of his turn.
I'm so injured.
Do you say anything when you're stabbed by a spear
I
in this hallway? I will.
as
You actually guys don't see the person stabbing Avery. You just see like Avery just stabbed by a spear suddenly, just in the corner of your, in like the edge of your vision. You
when
see him
he
like round the
stabs
corner, and then what are you doing? Slap!
I like look up at him, and I'm like, "You're a coward, and you'll always be a coward the longer you follow her." And I just eat it. I just eat the damage.
Make a persuasion check or intimidation. You make a choice.
I don't think I'm intimidating. I think I'm just gonna rag on him. So it'll be a persuasion.
Anybody can be intimidating. You could be an intimidating kid.
I'll be an intimidating kid. I only have a spectral
I'm not gonna say because
astral.
you're a kid you can't be intimidating. If a kid walked up to me, like grabbed my shirt, pulled me down, and said, "Oh," I'd be intimidated. I don't know why. The sheer confidence of that child, like, would intimidate me. I'm sorry.
Also, the fact that you have this
15 plus 2 is 17.
Sorry, you rolled a 17?
Mm-hmm.
With his spears in his hand and his eyes, you can just see his eyes go small all of a sudden. He goes, "What am I doing? What am I doing? She's everywhere, but she's nowhere at the same time. Please help me, oh God!"
Run.
And her eyes go wide. His eyes go wide again. And he just stares.
Fucking psycho.
He is charmed.
I know.
Just give him the benefit of the doubt there.
I
Open.
get it.
B45. It is your turn.
Calm down, you bitch. I don't know.
My turn. Well, still in that whole don't have the magical things, can't do the magical stuff. So
You did, I will say, you did hear Avery, like, audibly get stabbed. I know they didn't make any indication of telling anyone, but I assume you screamed when you were stabbed.
I always scream when I'm stabbed.
okay.
Chris,
So yes.
Chris afraid of kids confirmed. True. Like, there's an episode, I'm sorry, I'm gonna get off on a tangent here. There's an episode of The Office where Andy gets beat up by a kid, and The Office proceeds to make fun of him all day. When he gets sucker punched by a kid. And I just, like, sit there the entire time. I'm like, is The Office making fun of Andy for not punching a child right now? Should Andy have punched a child? Is that what this show is telling me? If kids assault you, punch them back? Because it seems like Andy took the mature, like, adult route. But
No,
apparently The Office,
a child is fair game.
The Office claims when a kid attacks you, you beat that kid. And I just am on a different view.
Not beat them, but, like, definitely defend yourself.
That was the indication I got from The Office.
Interesting take, Office.
Sorry. Anyway, there you are in a weird legal predicament when it comes to punching kids. That is what I'm saying. Please don't take my stream down. I'm not advocating punching kids. To be fair, I'm advocating specifically against punching kids. This is going to be weird out of context.
Stabbing them's free game is what I'm hearing. With the spear specifically.
Anyway, so
I'm gonna throw my hand axe at the one
perfect.
that hit Avery.
Where are you at?
I am right here.
You're going to need to move.
I am.
You were trying to attack the one that attacked Avery? Yeah, you cannot
it's
line up
slightly
between those angles to make a clear shot.
There.
Where did you move from? Where were you?
Literally.
Oh, you were where were you originally? Sorry. We're here?
Right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you cannot line up those angles to hit.
Yeah, like, there's just no way for me to help them.
Especially with that, person in the way.
Yeah.
Then
I will just move to here with 15 feet, and I will yell out to everyone here of, stay nearby. She could come up at any point. We need you close, that way we can protect you.
You say that to who?
To the people behind me. Like,
make a persuasion check.
Yeah, I'm so good at those. Definitely not going to be a nat one. Come on. No nat ones,
No,
right?
definitely not on that one.
No nat ones. Nat 20!
See, definitely not on that one.
Well,
2 for 2.
You can see they all share a look. They kind of like pass down this look between each other one by one. And you're not sure what they say, but they do share a number of nods. They'll have to move on their turn. Just past them.
And then I guess I will ready my action to throw my hand axe if she appears within 60 feet of me.
You got it.
I'll take that disadvantage roll.
Okay.
I have my free try again card.
They're gonna see that. They're gonna see that action, and this one's actually going to run up and help you, Avery.
Oh, thanks.
He sees a traitor within his midst. And that is going to do 5 points of damage as this cultist runs up to the Enforcer and just stabs him clean in the back between the shoulder blades. The like chest of this Enforcer arches, and he goes, "Oh God, she's everywhere. She's in my nightmares. She's in my dreams. Help me, please!" And then he's back. Traitors.
Does he not have a chance to break it by taking damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
It's
Some damage.
disadvantage.
Take some rolls.
But baned me, sir. He succeeded. But with that 3 on the D4, he actually breaks out of it. Comes to like bloody. He has 1 hit point. He's bleeding profusely. He's like, she's in the tunnels. She's in the tunnels. She's whispering nightmares in your ears. She's in the tunnels.
I'll yell out, "She's in the tunnels!"
Cultists are going back away from the tunnels when
The pipe is empty.
The pipe is empty.
Oh, how
The pipe is empty!
but how far we've come from that.
What a day.
I love the reference though.
The tunnels are full! But she's in
Oberon,
them.
it is your
Would I know if detect magic would let me see the wisps of the ethereal plane? Could I make an
Oh,
arcana
dude,
check?
you have detect magic?
This
Big
is a
bite.
later conversation. Would love.
You would know. It could probably at least inform you where she comes in and out from.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna cast detect magic.
Okay. This is the first time you're casting detect.
Yes.
What I was getting at the other day when you woke up with new smells that you hadn't previously whiffed before is as you cast detect magic, a sharp scent comes into your nose that is deep within the tunnels.
That's so tasty.
He's like
This strong scent of just like that just sparkles in your nose. It's as if you're smelling pop rocks. Physically, it just kind of like twinkles through your nostrils. Very odd. And it is coming from.
That sounds that way. All right.
Can't
Is
wait
it-
for
is
close.
Is it coming stronger this way or this way?
Sorry, which way? Technically this way. You would know they both kind of lead the same way. You're getting strong whiffs. Like watts stronger.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
Chicken parm is fucking awesome.
Can we get to there? 40 feet, right? That's my movement.
Yeah.
I'm picking up a scent, a sparkly scent
Magic bloodhound.
from
Magic bloodhound.
from over this way. Follow me.
That's so cool.
Oof.
That's
Sorry.
such tasty flavor, Chris.
Go that way?
Yeah.
Okay. I will say, go here.
Oh, shit!
Quietly peeking out of the. Not in the ethereal plane, very much in the material plane, with that, like, whirl of transmutation still around her. You did see, like, that wisp where she vanished as you smelt the wisp of magic coming from, like, inches from where you were standing moments ago, and you do smell a similar wisp deep here, which leads you to that. You can see her just like her legs. As you move there, she like peeks around and sees you. Wide.
I can see her. Come down this way.
Okay, you guys hear shouts from Open at the end.
Yeah, because I can't. Oh, I guess I could dash and get. No, I don't want to get closer. But so you would take dodge.
Good,
Yeah.
engagement.
Okay.
I
On.
can't.
Oh, sorry. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's the end. I can't make an attack.
Brother Tassar, with his weapon on the ground, take a step back from you all and back from the. All the while saying, "Let her up your burn your actions against your own worst enemy to flee." As she takes give you coming from and she will
She was like right here. She was like right here. I remember because I kept her in my 10 feet just in case.
far backs away. Lady Delora, her turn. Oh, action vanishes. Willfully comes in front of you, smiling, and sight. You can smell the transmutation magic. Or oh wait, I get H. Ignacio, it is your turn.
Okay. So I don't want to try to do that again. So she was over here-ish?
She was right here.
She's over near me.
I can't see you is the thing. So
Drag
I
them
will.
by right clicking and pulling it.
Yeah.
But
You can't see them.
you saw which way I ran off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely saw him run down that hallway.
Like, and I did say I smell her over this way before I ran off.
Okay, yeah, now I see you. So you guys are guarding this entrance. Fium is at this one. We don't have anybody here, but Haas has eyes on it. So I think all that's left is to get over here. And shit. Can I continue to try to see with Eldritch Sight to see if I can suss out where she went?
With Eldritch Sight, make another perception check.
Okay.
Right behind her, Brian.
Yeah, from over here. $13.
I will say, as you were like passing this, as you were passing the, however, to go around this fire, passed by Sister Star, you can see a wisp of left behind. As she vanished, you doubled back. So she started to head toward Oberon, but that was a trick.
Oh. She went backwards. She went back into the... Okay. So she's still in the tunnels. I don't know if that's the end of all of the tunnels. But I figure if she does double back around, we just have to make sure. Yeah, I'm going to tell everybody she went back into the tunnels. She's probably going to make her way back around somewhere. So if everybody has a sight on an opening to a tunnel, she went back inside. We just have to wait her out and see if we can get her then. So everybody seems to have a sight. I'm going to watch here. And I'm going to hold an action to shoot if I see her.
Ops. Ops will hold. Oh, I didn't do. Duh. Fume is going to enter this tunnel. Back you up and move past you. Past you. And he's going to like stare down at the enforcer. Seems to on all fours, just like bleeding profusely with the other cultists at his back.
With a knife in it.
Cultists will...
Yeah, they need to continue to back up.
Avery, it's your...
This guy has calmed down, correct?
Make an insight check.
Alright. That's a natural 2 plus 6 is 8.
Hard to tell.
Hard to tell. Better to be safe than sorry. From behind me, my spiritual weapon will pounce at him.
Okay.
I can't move him to where I want him to be, but yeah. That's a natural 19 at the minimum.
Yeah, you watch as your cat like
not non-lethal, not non-lethal.
Okay. You watch as your cat flies through the like tunnel, just like rearing down and then smacking him with a paw, which just like knocks him out against the stone.
Perfect.
Bonus action?
That is my bonus action. And Fume's over here, and Oberon said they're over here, correct?
Oberon said he said they vanished from Oberon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shit.
It was last seen over here.
Yeah.
Do I know where this goes?
Cool.
I will go over.
In here, you can see there is a large oil slick trap set up in the back here.
Oh, thank God you saw the trap.
It is not set to trigger here, but it is set to roll down like rocky hills and just fill this area with thick, which smells entirely.
Light on fire?
No, it's not on fire currently.
Right there. Right where in front of where I stopped. How glorious!
So again, this isn't the trigger.
God.
This is just an apparatus of a number of buckets set to tilt, and just spill out its contents in all directions around. You wouldn't have triggered it as you entered here, but it was set for a trigger elsewhere. You can see, like rope down this.
Gotcha.
A trap you guys avoided by not going.
That's interesting. Cool. Can I click my damn weapon? Thanks. 10, 30. So it's near me, and I'll hold from fumes back and watch this way.
Okay.
And I'll still hold my action for Toll the Dead. Actually, no, fuck it. I'm gonna cure wounds myself. I'm dying. I'm dying. Well, preservation is important. That's not in where it's supposed to be. That doesn't count. It's worse, but it's what I said.
What did you say?
And then I end my turn.
Action.
Holding a Toll the Dead.
Rolls here.
What? You're lying to me?
Watch as.
Which tunnel?
South.
Oh, okay, back there.
Bastion.
I'm gonna yell out just as loud as physically possible into the cave, going, "Fight us and stop hiding, or else I'll have no choice but to break your shrines to Efiona and Zendar."
There are many.
Fair.
Does the sound of it incline us towards her anywhere?
No. This. I
Like
will
everywhere
say.
and yet
I
nowhere.
will say it. Yeah, everywhere and nowhere.
Cool.
Wailed. Shit, what to do as a melee only fighter? And a magical
You
fight.
run into the tunnel and you hold your action. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's way.
Also, a woman has told me that your audio on the stream is going in and out.
My audio on the stream, it's not picking up my audio on the stream. My mic is
Just
showing it's picking up.
Like, apparently we're coming through, you are not coming through.
My mic is definitely showing a pickup. I might be turning away at certain points and it's not coming through, but yeah.
Okay.
It's coming through.
Yeah. I think when my back is turned, I just don't speak clearly into the mic, which is a problem. I'll make sure to.
You lose the projection.
Yeah.
So can I say another thing as I'm moving?
We've got a Hoffs. Yes, you can.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, sorry. I am here.
Forgiven.
If you're in combat, I can't really help much. I'll just say right now.
Oh,
fair.
We're about exactly where we left off last session. Not much.
Wonderful. I left.
She keeps running away.
She is like, you guys have got all these like people here on the map on your side. It's just that like she is ethereal and seems to keep going ethereal and hiding in the tunnels, being
like a bitch,
being oddly persuasive to those who she can get her hands on.
But the second thing I wanted to yell is directed to Cesar. I was saying, Cesar, pick up your weapon, and fight against the one who has oppressed you. Actually fight for your freedom. Don't wallow.
Okay.
Basically try to get him to call to action.
Okay. Make a persuasion check for me.
Yeah,
thank you, Arctic Envy, for the follow. Welcome to the stream.
Let's see. 17. Not too bad.
Punch the etherealness out of them. True. 17. Okay. Your words are heard. End of your turn.
Ready the action just in case they enter within 60 feet of me. Throw my hand axe.
You got it. Okay. Well, the cultists will take their turn. Nothing quite eventful. They are still holding their actions, although they are avoiding the tunnels now. Oberon, sir, what are you doing?
Can I make a perception check?
Yes, you very much can. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Do I make it with advantage?
No, just go ahead and give me a perception check. This is just with the fact that you have... Oh, wait, do you have, like, advantage on perception checks?
Smelling.
To do with smelling, yes, yeah, definitely.
A magical smelling.
Correct. Go ahead.
I think I do?
I think you do, yeah. Pretty sure.
I don't see it on there. Let me look at my...
I could have sworn you did. I think you've used it.
You've used it a number of times. I don't mind saying you did, for sure. You're a bear. Go for it.
I think you do give it to me.
That was the intent behind the smelling. Wow.
Oh.
The dice decide. You can just smell her, like, her etherealness smells like very pungent beyond this archway. Where particular you can't tell, just for sure that way.
Is 25 feet movement?
Okay. So, as you move, that old elephant behind you, they were holding their action till you left, or somebody else tried to enter this hallway. And as soon as you tried to enter deeper within the hallway, she's going to take an attack of opportunity upon you. Or, well, no, it is her action to attack.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll go ahead and roll.
And what's she attacking with?
Her maul, which is really just a giant wooden spoon, but it's very heavy. Like she.
Spoon.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, buddy.
I taught you how to. I was
I can't see you.
helping you cook.
As she looks at you, you can see her eyes are like drenched with tears running down her face, and she's going, and she just says, "I betrayed my herd for this. There's no going back." And she just smashes you with the
My dad.
with the
That
mace.
was before she was like.
It is. You are definitely not dead. But she does an instant 11 damage to you plus what she rolls here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
But
not.
you're not
It's,
instantly dead.
it's not a massive damage. No. So she does 19 points of damage to you as you run away. She just slams you across the head with this big meaty spoon she's used to cook countless times. Her yeah.
You mean the spoon that's been covered in not chicken this entire time?
100%.
It's people. It has to be people.
Avery, go ahead and make a insight check for me.
Yes, sir.
Be nice to me, dying.
That's a natural 15 plus, I think it's 6.
The weird growing flesh that seems to amass on the back of those monstrosities you killed looks oddly familiar.
Okay. I'm glad that came to me in the middle of this fight. Awful, love it!
It just dawns on you why these things might have been kept in a cave down here.
Oh wait, no one saw where the meat was prepared.
My turn.
Man, this really is like the Soylent Factory.
Yeah, that is the end.
I called that shit earlier.
You guys watch as this dawns on you deep in the cave. Some of you watch the woman who has been cooking that food for you for so long.
Look away.
Just clobber Oberon. Kind of betraying, and you watch as she stands in this like feral state, which she has been holding together as much as she could while you've been doing this. That will actually bring it to her turn. And Brother Tassar's, which, since they're not on the same faction now, I'm going to roll separate initiatives, and whoever rolls higher will. So this is Otari. This is Tassar. Tassar actually wins it out, since Otari has a negative dex, and Tassar has a +2 dex. So that brings it to equal 15, and Tassar has the higher dex. That's an odd happenstance. But yeah, Tassar actually wins that dice roll, even though the higher number goes to Otari. You watch Tassar react suddenly, and he is going to run up, grab his weapon, and run to Otari. He is going to reach out to grapple her with an athletics check with one of his attacks. Roll a 9. Otari is going to roll a athletics check. And you watch as this human, bulky as he is, runs up and grabs the arm of this Luxodon, who just easily like rips their arm away, and Tassar goes to stab with his longsword, which he just picked up along the run. Or I'm sorry, his Morningstar. You watch as he just clobbers her on the back of the head as he shouts, "You idiot! Give it up! She lied to us! There's no family here!" Make a religion check. You're not there. Anybody who sees Otari can make a religion check. As, like, he's ripped aside her robes in the same action.
I'm not good at it, but I do want to try it.
Can I try?
Everybody can try.
You guys are living beings. Even if you don't specialize in it, you could have heard something.
Okay. Yeah. Wait. 17. Bastion. Okay. Perfect. You do see Bastion. She has a religious symbol on, which is Jamara, which is a common Luxodon old god, which is the like one of the two Luxodon gods from long ages past, which is the god of family. You know, Rakesh used to be covered in tribes of Luxodon, which just followed Jamara, and they live for one thing, and that is their herd, which Jamara is the god of herd and family. So, as he rips that, he, like, automatically knows what Jamara's deal is here, as he shouts that about family. But yeah, that'll end her turn, or his turn, and then she, as he rushes over to intercede between you two, she's gonna go ahead and take the second strike at Tassar. Oh my god, that teetered on a nat 20 again for me. I don't know if you saw.
Yeah.
Sister Atari is the real BBE.
Right?
I know.
Absolutely frightening.
Well, as she hits Brother Tassar for 9 damage, you watch as his bell is rung just as the club hits his head. And he is like, you can see blood come out. Lady Delora on her turn.
Oh yeah, her.
Yeah, her.
Where'd she be?
She be places. All I'll say.
It should be in front of my line of sight.
Or mine? Or
mine?
And any, can you come out, coward?
You do not see her in any of your line of sight. But that ends her turn. Oh wait, there's one more roll I have to check.
Did anyone see Oberon fall?
Yeah, Oberon, Tassar saw Oberon fall. Ignacio saw Oberon fall. The cultist saw Oberon fall. Hoffs sees something going on there, that's for sure. There's a lot that can be inferred from that. Bastion definitely knows something just happened. Oberon went in there and then just saw a Sister Otari is in this frantic scream as she just swung in there at something, and there's a very obvious struggle that has just happened there. Bastion can definitely gleam a lot, if not see anything. Fume is going to see that happen to Oberon, run over here real quick. I'll
see Fume run and be like, what is it?
Fume will shout, we've got Oberon down over here. We need help if you've got it. And I think, actually, as an action, he is going to uncork a bottle from his bag, and you guys just watch as smoke just begins to billow out in 60 feet around.
I forgot he even had that.
Yeah. You watch as he is just suddenly obscured. His vision, you cannot see it.
Cool.
He will shout, Avery, come to me. Yeah, you can't hear him.
Okay, cool.
It's still gonna be helpful, though, for people not to be able to attack at advantage Oberon's dead body.
Fine. You're fine. I was thinking that she was gonna upend his body, so I like it.
De la Nube. Ignacio. You watch as the smoke does billow out and cover. Like it fills the tunnels suddenly and like rushes down them. So you kind of watch as the struggle between Tassar and Sister Otari is quickly like enveloped in smoke and just stops at the edges of your vision. What do you do?
So well, I probably can't see her right now.
Sister Otari? No, I mean she was 2 steps in front of you. You can remember where she was.
No, I mean yeah,
ago,
but
it's going to be disadvantage for a ranged attack. Yes.
Now I'm trying to hit her, but like if anything, like try to see like I remember her saying like she can't go back. Okay, but is she having a change of heart with the whole battle with
No, she is not. She did not had a change of heart in this that brief moment. Like she is locked in.
Oh, okay.
She has ignored a number of convincing arguments from you guys thus far.
Yeah.
Including everybody else against her.
She went into this action knowing the consequence.
Yeah. Well,
What you gonna do, Sagwags?
I was holding my action for something came out here, but I think if something happens to Tassar, it's not good. But I think I'm gonna keep holding my action and look here.
Okay.
It just kind of reiterate to everybody, like, if possible, please step away from the tunnels and get back. She's still there.
You got it. Hoffs, on your turn. Is that the end of your turn, Ignacio? You're holding your action?
Yeah, I'm just holding my action.
Okay. Hoffs, on your turn,
Yep.
You see that smoke billow out. You see just like a whole mess going on. You know Lady Delora is invisible, and she is clearly causing turmoil. While going in ethereal in and out. Everybody's holding different tunnels for if she pops out. You would know, with your knowledge on magic, it takes some effort to breach the ethereal plane. She cannot come in and out of it on the same turn. So you would know you need to catch her on the turn that she is out of the ethereal plane.
Got it. Would you mind would you mind reading my spell list to me real quick?
Yeah, of course, no problem.
Because I just don't have access to anything right now.
No, I understand. Your spell list, like just cantrips or all of it?
Just go through the whole thing. I know the cantrips.
Absorb elements, comprehend language, detect magic, shield silvery barbs, Tasha's hideous laughter, identify, and find familiar. You also have first level magic spells. Yeah. Charm person, dissonant whispers, and cause fear.
Got it. Okay.
Ooh,
Sounds good.
magic.
Yes. Alright. And we're trying to catch her, and I don't know where she is beyond the
We don't know
fact
if
that
she's in the
she's
tunnels.
ethereal somewhere.
No, you can go ahead and make a perception check for me. If you want during your turn. I can roll it for you.
Somebody mind?
Yeah.
Yes, please. I will also, in addition, move closer to the tunnels.
Okay.
Preferably not the one right next to the commotion, but like a tunnel or two away. I can't see the map, but just like the goal basically being, I want to be I also want to make myself somewhat of a potential squishy target. I figure I can try to lure her out by being the wizard with like jack shit to defend myself with.
Okay, good to know. You do start to move out with that in mind. And you hold your action for like a mind sliver or any other spell?
Okay.
I'll hold my action for a mind sliver. Yeah.
Okay, you got it.
It has come time.
Okay, you got ahead.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Okay, so long. What I will say is with a perception check, Hoffs, you do notice some arcane flickering on this tunnel here. You can see
I can't see it.
Yeah.
Is it close, far?
It is far. It is on the far side of the room, the furthest tunnel in, and it's by like the guard and the end by Bastion.
Okay, got it. Can I change my ready to action?
Yeah, 100%. What do you want?
All right, just to confirm, if I ready a spell and the trigger does not happen, the spell slot is used. Then
yes, I'm fairly lenient about my triggers, so if you want to specify like and or, I generally allow it. Just so you know.
Okay.
So if you want to go like, I want to do it for this, or if that doesn't happen, I'll fire it off at, I do generally allow that.
Got it. All right, I'm just trying to think if I have any cantrips beyond Mind Sliver that are helpful. The answer's no. And all right, and one last question. Readying an action uses the action on my turn. Does it then also consumes the reaction on like whenever I take said action I've readied, correct? Or does it? So like, does it still use my reactions? So if I ready a Mind Sliver, does it then also consume my reaction to Mind Sliver her if she appears?
As far as I'm aware, yes.
Yes, it would also.
Sorry, I was downstairs and I was repeating yes until you could hear me. Yes, it does take your reaction.
Yes. Okay. Wonderful. Then I actually will not ready an action.
Gotcha. I see your game. I know what you're playing at. Okay, cool. Heard. Do you want to move at all with your action then? Like, do you want to move further into the line of action? Or?
I will get closer to where I saw that magical energy.
Heard.
Yeah. And I think that's my turn.
You got it. Cultists on their turn. Definitely kind of spooked. Avery. What are you up to?
I heard one of us is down.
Yes, you can still hear Fume in the smoke going, "Here, Avery, come to me. Follow my voice."
I'm coming! One... I presume we're gonna just call out until I get there.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you can actually kind of see bits of Fume of all people, because you can see like bits of fire within the smoke. And you can navigate to the center where he's calling you, and he like grabs your hand and leads it to the fur of Oberon.
Cool. And I will. My last spell slot. Everyone else gets spared. I will cure wounds.
Okay. Oberon, that's a D8 plus 4. So we'll go ahead and roll that for him.
You get 6 total. I rolled
right.
Rolled 2.
You're up with
better
6.
than nothing.
That's true.
True.
That's pretty good for cure wounds. That's above average.
Less than when I died.
That's true. Now you're alive.
That's your action, Avery. Anything else?
I move my spiritual weapon over. Move, bitch. Here.
Okay.
To watch this entrance.
Got it. On the Enforcer's turn, this one here, these ones are going to step forward now. Seeing the 2 that fled, they're going to kind of like spread out here, given more room. And this one, Bastion, makes a step toward you. And as
can I do an insight check?
Yeah, you don't need to. You can see his eyes red, and his weapon.
He's the one that previously got. Yeah.
Yeah, and his weapon is drawn, and he's going for the stabs.
Yeah, sure.
16 to hit?
Nope.
You deflect his weapon as it goes in. You can just see him. I have strayed from the light, but I see it once more. And he goes to stab you. Make a perception check for me, Oberon. Or Oberon, I'm sorry. Bastion.
Other melee fighter.
Other melee fighter, yes. You didn't really see what happened to this guy. You did just see him staring down this tunnel previously.
Staring down.
As he was like, as you guys called out the tunnels, he started staring down that tunnel and started backing away from that, where he was originally walking toward it. As he was backing away from it. That's the end of the enforcers. Bastion. This one just like attacked you. Do you return suit?
No, not yet. I'm going to circle him though.
Okay.
And see if I can see her.
You can see her in the smoke, yes. Just barely, as her form is being like covered in the smoke as the moment goes by. She's like out of view, technically, lightly obscured. So ranged attacks would miss, but if you want to attack, or would have disadvantage, but I would say melee attacks wouldn't.
Can I say that, like, before I move all the way here, if I was here, could I have seen her beforehand? Like 10 feet first?
Oh yeah, without moving backwards? Yeah.
Then if that's the case, then I'm gonna yell out to Ignacio, and say that this enforcer next to me has been charmed. I see Dolores. She's right down this cave, and I run to right here. So it's within 10 feet. Then I will attack with my halberd.
Okay, you got it.
I got those things. 14 to hit.
14 will hit.
Will hit?
Yes.
Cool. I would like to make this a distracting strike.
Okay, go for it.
That's a normal damage plus a d8, and then she takes. Whoever attacks her next has advantage.
Okay, until the end of your next turn. Is there a time limit?
Before my next turn, yeah.
How much is the damage?
Total of 16.
It's already halved because it's not magical damage, correct?
Yeah.
So 8.
Yep. And then bonus action Tunnel Fighter.
Okay, you watch as you strike her. She starts to go ethereal again. Halves the damage.
Oh shit. Is there any way to do this?
Oh, she actually... Technically, the way the effect is worded, she cannot have the damage further. So she's going to take the full 8 damage. It's technically says she gains resistance to the damage type, but technically she already has resistance to the damage type. So it's kind of like absorb elements.
You can't double up.
Yeah.
Then
I see why that was done.
Then free action to yell out again. To Oberon,
but she is vanished. Just.
Yeah. Yelling to Oberon, saying that she's in the smoke to your left. Come towards my voice. And then that will be it for my turn.
Okay.
I think I got everything I can.
You got it.
Did I post Tunnel Fighter? No. Just that way I can read it again.
Okay.
Is there any way to make it where they can't step out?
So that's the end of your turn. The cultists will act. They have been given no instructions, so again, they just kind of like hold ready actions to see if Lady Delora will approach them. Oberon, it is your turn, sir. It is dark as you awaken. There's smoke all around you. You can see Avery just inches from your face, and the face of Fume kind of lit in the darkness. Fume is there as you awaken, and he goes, Sister Atari betrayed you. You couldn't have seen it coming. And he points over the shoulder to where you can just see like a shrouded pair of forms just like wrestling.
And I heard Bastion say she was over that way?
Yes, you were awake for that. You did hear Bastion shout through that tunnel that she's in the smoke over there. Just to be clear, I hate to be this guy, you are technically still in combat with Sister Otari. So if you try to leave, she'll get an attack of opportunity.
I'll get knocked out again.
Unless you disengage before leaving.
So we use a key point. Let's see, how do we do that? 2. So we use down to 1. Use a key point, disengage as a bonus action.
Perfect. You were gone. I will say, if you didn't want to do that, she would technically get disadvantage on the attack because the smoke is around. Just a reminder. I have to paint the scene. This isn't me trying to persuade you. I just have to make sure you know that there's smoke around because I have to mention it.
Yeah, no, we'll go for it. We'll stand up and we'll try and move.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Easy. She will roll with disadvantage. Yeah, she will miss. You watch as you hear the whoof of like this large cudgel as your form just kind of like moves through the smoke, through the tunnel.
You said she was over here.
What I will say you see in the smoke is like there's like a weird pocket in the smoke right here that like smoke is suddenly like billowing into, as if something just like vacated the spot suddenly. There's like a weird pocket in the smoke.
Can I send a radiant bolt through that?
Yes, go for it. Just roll to attack.
Your controlled actions. Oh,
you gotta roll it in the chat.
I'm bad.
No, I know. I wish it would, like, when you hit a dice button, it would automatically roll it. You would think that's what the dice button does.
Give me the dice button.
14 plus dex?
Plus your dex and proficiency. Yeah, you would hit, however, you just see it slams against stone in that place where that pocket is. The smoke moves, kind of dispersing as you make the hit. It doesn't seem to make purchase with it. Brother, does that end your turn, Oberon?
This bitch. Where have you gone? Damn it. Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Brother Caldon and Sister Atari will just exchange a couple of blows then.
Tsar?
What did I say? Sorry.
Hold on.
Yeah, Brother Tassar will fire off the first 2 blows, a 15 and an 18, both of which will hit. Brother Caldon is the only one with armor who is like, I'll bring my armor to this fight. So, yeah, he's gonna do 16 points of damage. Watch as he strikes deftly with his swords. He goes, "Don't make me do this. Don't make me kill a friend."
You could knock him unconscious.
As she returns fire, she's gonna make him do a... Oh boy, yeah, she's just gonna strike. Let's not make it complicated. You watch as he puts up his armor and bats away the like cudgel-like spoon. She is going to cast a bonus action healing word upon herself, which will give. Nice. Oh boy. That's gone. Oh, it's my dog's key. Of course it is.
Did it go into dice jail by itself?
Yeah, it went into doggy jail. So 9 points of healing to Sister Otari. As she misses with her cudgel. That will end her turn as the two of them fight it out. Lady Delora is nowhere to be seen.
Real quick, just because this did happen, the enforcer that I ran by, wouldn't he have gotten an attack of opportunity on me? Oh yeah, true. Thank you. I am nothing but fair as I try to break your
17?
Still does not hit. At least I don't believe it hits. It's a...
Did you hold your action?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I bonus action tunnel fighter.
Tunnel fighter, right?
Yeah.
So
it's essentially like me holding an action.
Yes, I will say coming out of the ethereal plane is not an... Oh, you know what? She is going to not go for you. She's going to come through here. You guys are going to... No. God, it's a tough decision. She is on the ropes. I want to be clear. She's going to come to here. She's going to come out of the ethereal plane. And she is going to charm you, Bastion. As you hear a voice behind you go, "Things don't have to go this way.
I gave her that option earlier.
You can make a decision that could change your life forever." And I need a wisdom saving throw for you.
Yeah, there's a reason why I was so happy that it updated today for this tier 3 sub. I'm gonna use that inspiration.
Okay.
Fucking Christ, man.
You fail. You are charmed.
I knew last time it was like a high ass number that had to be.
Doesn't inspiration give you a band? Oh, 12.
Yeah, she rolled the second time. Yeah. And you watch she then ducks in over here. Let's put her in quite a predicament. Just wades into the darkness. Oberon, you don't see her, but you do see a hulking form start to approach. It looks like a shadowy silhouette. I'll say it is pretty large. It could be Bastion or her.
Wasn't Ignacio holding their action if anything appeared out of that tunnel?
Yes, this is not out of the tunnel. I hate to...
Okay.
Their intent is to stay out of the line of sight of the tunnel. I just put it in that spot. They're still on the grid.
Okay.
Yeah, they do appear out of the line of sight to charm you and then dip in here. As you hear the voice say, "If we make it out of this alive, fortune awaits you." And then she vanishes into the smoke. That is his turn. He will cap the bottle, whisper the command word, and you watch as I mean, the smoke stops billowing because the thing does proceed to get larger. But as he does so, he is going to yeah, that took an action to cap. So he's going to follow over here, moving past you guys to where Oberon is, and move past. He, walking up close enough, is going to see Lady Delora. I'm gonna be a dick here, because I did not do this deliberately, but how this would play is just simply how I'm doing it. It just makes the most sense. He is going to see Lady Delora inches from his face, as he did not know she was there. He was following the call down this hallway, and as he rounds past Oberon, takes a step in front, there she is through the smoke. He had a plan, an ability to use this round, and he's going to use it now, pointed at her direction, which is inches from his face, I will be clear. The unfortunate side is you are behind.
Oh, that's fucking fine.
And he does not know this, so... yeah, he's just gonna extend the burning hands, and you will fall victim, unfortunately. So just go ahead and make a dex save. You succeed. You take half damage. It is going to be...
Do I also need to make another wisdom save because I took damage to break the charm?
Yes. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot that would actually be beneficial to you, wouldn't it? It's going to be half 13 damage already, so it's going to be 6 damage. Let's see if she succeeds this dex save.
I rolled a 21 for that wisdom save this time.
She does, so it's going to be 3 damage. But as he lets off a burst of fiery energy in this like compressed tunnel, you watch as the smoke just begins to billow away out of this area here. As like a strong gust of wind, as the bottle says, can blow it away. I'll say a compressed burst of fiery energy down one end of a tunnel would like start to cause the smoke to kind of drift out the other way. So it does still persist kind of like right here in the tunnels, just lingering, but it is starting to fade.
Can I speak as soon as I break that charm?
Of course, yeah.
Like, kind of late, like, taking the hit and feeling the heat through my body, pointing my halberd and going, I do not fight for financial gain, for fortune. I fight for freedom. And I will not let another be oppressed by you.
An American flag just starts flailing behind him as an eagle flies overhead. A bunch of jets just... No, I'm just kidding. But
can I actually have a jet for it?
Yeah, you turn into a jet and take off.
Transformers.
No, you do say this, pointing your halberd to her, and you can actually like see waves of heat that are emanating off your armor once more. But yeah, that'll end Fume's turn, and seeing this, Ignacio is going to move on.
Because I'm like directly pointing them out. Too.
Yes, yeah. Ignacio's going to go over here, seeing him, and we're just going to do this spell because that just seems fitting.
Oh, the warlock thing, got it.
I think I've seen this ability used before. obviously after moving a hex there. But
didn't they already do that before?
On to Lady Delora. Actually, yeah, that's true. Nonetheless, that's making sure they did.
Yeah.
And then this is adding their charisma modifier. If I'm not mistaken. Or is it proficiency? It's proficiency bonus, I'm sorry.
Proficiency
they have to have taken the invocation to get the thing.
No, it's their proficiency bonus because they can add it to one of their attacks every round because they're a genie. But it is only 1 point of fire damage on top of the 3 for 4 total. As Ignacio runs down this tunnel and shouts, "Lady Delora, down there!" and fires off a gun down the hallway. Yes, I added fire. It's only 1 point of fire damage. Hoffs on this turn is also going to run down here and mind sliver using the opportunity. So she's going to make an intelligence save. Oh, Hoffs is here. Why am I doing? I'm acting as if you're not here.
Muted and not.
I'm so sorry.
So no, understandable. That sounds absolutely wonderful.
I'm so sorry. I'm like fighting myself here.
It's fine. So you mentioned that the last round?
Sorry, what'd you say?
You said there was some kind of wisp of magic or something near roughly near.
Yeah, that was on this enforcer you saw that you started moving toward. And after he stepped forward and stabbed Bastion, it kind of became clear to you what that wisp of magic indicated.
That was that enforcer.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
I will actually say that will change where Ignacio moves. Kind of circling the pillar. They'll stand right here. That is actually a good note because the enforcer is still right here.
Okay.
Curious about this real quick. Sorry for interrupting. But doesn't Hex add an extra 1d6 to damage if?
Yeah, that is true.
Of necrotic.
Yes. And this is Lady Delora that I can see.
It is Lady. You can't see her unless you move closer. There is that one enforcer in the way, so you'd have to go around the pillar too.
I will move towards her just so I can see her.
You can move around the pillar. You're standing next to Ignacio, around the pillar, but you can't see her down there.
Wonderful. As long as I can see her, if she's in range, I'm gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on her.
How far is the range?
I don't know. It's either 30 or 60.
It is 30 feet. So
is she within 30 feet?
She is
a little bit too far. Can I try to twist the spell to reach it?
Oh, take that risk. Let's see.
I am gonna take that.
First, let me measure to see if you can get in.
Absolutely. I can't measure shit, so tell me if it's even feasible.
Let me see if you can get within range. So what I will say is you could probably get within 30. So what you could do is you could warp the spell. You could always try. It's going to be hard. To fuck with range is going to be a little bit difficult. You could, in fact, move into range to do it. You would just be within an enforcer that is charged. Within range of an enforcer that is charged.
Got it. Would you mind telling me how many hit points I have?
You have 12.
I have 12. That's not a large number. How bloody does Lady Delora look?
It's not a large number unless, you're talking, how many Twinkies do I have? I have 12 Twinkies. That's a lot of Twinkies.
Very nice.
Not a lot of hit points.
Yeah.
So yeah, what are you doing? Do you want to try to warp the spell from further away, or would you?
Is Lady Delora bloodied, or how bloodied is she?
Sadly,
you would have to commit to moving before you would know. I'd have to say. So you can.
I would have to commit. All right, I will take the risk. I will move in next to the enforcer. I'm
actually measuring the distance. I hate to go back and forth about my call.
Go for it. No, go for it.
I will say you can just barely get within 30 feet, hugging this pillar and staying out of range.
And staying out. Oh, wonderful. I will do that then.
You have to like squeeze past Ignacio, but I allow allies.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to. Yeah. So Tasha's is an intelligence save or wisdom. What is it?
Hideous Laughter is probably.
Oh wait, I forget you're not there.
But you can pull up the text.
Well, that's a nat 20. She rolled a natural 20 against that.
What happened to all the nat ones?
They're gone apparently.
We'll find them. Find them for her.
Yeah, that's that. I doubt I have any movement left.
You do not, no.
Yes. I will pray.
Okay. Well, you're lucky Lady Delora didn't use that on anything important. Because the cultists are kind of useless at this point. Avery, you hear this commotion coming in the direction that the smoke came billowing from. Do you move toward it?
Absolutely. Me and my spiritual weapon.
You got it. Your spiritual weapon goes too.
She's right there. She's going to pounce, and I'm going to attack her with I'm actually going to get closer to her. So that I could actually word of radiance her.
Okay.
So, come your character sheet. Why'd you go small? Let's do the spiritual weapon first.
Roll to hit.
That is a 13 plus 4. So 17 to hit?
That will hit.
I do... Oh, I got an 8. Plus 4 is 12 damage.
Okay. Is that all radiant, or...?
Force. Unfortunately, it's force damage.
That's fine. That's not resistant. It's very effective.
Excellent. And then, a con save. DC 14 from her.
Oh, I can do this. I can do this. Easy.
That
one. No, you can't.
Ah, that was almost a 9.
So what was the DC?
14.
Ah, she fails.
Haha! This is all radiant damage, though. That is... Oh, we're at... No, we're not. So it's a 3 radiant damage.
3 radiant damage. She still stands.
That is all I could do.
Well, on the Enforcer's turn here.
Also, I will be back. I'm going to get a snack.
Approach you. Step in between you and Lady Delora underneath the spiritual weapon, which is totally valid as it's just a floating cat. And he's going to attack you.
At him.
Before he attacks, my swing first from Tunnel Fighter?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Does a 13 hit?
A 13 will not hit.
Will not.
Does an...
Oh, that was almost nat 20.
Does an 11 hit?
Me, no.
No, it hit... this is to Bastion.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
11 does not hit.
As he intercedes between you and Lady Delora, he starts to provide cover as he goes, "The lady gave you a chance to be saved. Traitor. Traitors will die." And that will end his turn. Bastion, it is yours.
Move to right here, right next to him. I got you, Doggo. Do I get flanking with Hume being on one side and me on the
other? You do. Sorry, against Delora? No. I will. That's specifically why this guy, came in is to stop flanking.
Yeah, that's no problem. We'll just swing again. We do the fighter things. Hit thing with big stick does a 19 hit.
It does.
I return with sorbet.
For 11 damage.
Okay. You watch as you all stand around and Bastion pushes off this guard and stabs with his halberd into the chest of Lady Delora. As he does, you watch as her form begins to go ethereal. And as she does, you dig it in harder and it stops. Her eyes go wide. Bastion, how do you want to do this?
For the second thing, real quick, just because of being insulted by being charmed 4 times by this one person back to back, can I use my Polar Mastery and swing at her again?
Yeah, sure.
To like fully clock her into the wall?
100%. As you dig the halberd in, you don't have to roll for this, she's actually dead. You pull it out and slam the butt of the halberd into her head, and you watch as her head slams against the brick, or the stone, and she goes limp. Anybody left still seeing her human form no longer does. As you see this hulking form of an half demon, half rabbit, half goat, half monster, just laying on the ground, bloodied, beaten, and dead.
Can I drag her out to the center? Like, drag the corpse behind me?
Yeah.
To, like... Ooh, I hate walls sometimes.
100%.
So, like, right here, where I'm at, so that way everyone can see.
Yeah. You definitely can.
Because now it's the rabbit form.
Well, as you bonus action, you had to move to get here.
Yeah.
You can begin to grab her this way, and pull her out.
That's fine, I'll help him.
Not before your turn ends. Okay, you use your turn to do the same. You kind of link up, grab the other leg, and pull with him.
Delora has fallen.
The enforcer that you guys walk past just stands stunned, and you just watch as his spear falls and clatters against the stone where it rattles. He just stands awed as you drag past this hulking form of a demon. Oberon carrying one leg, Bastion carrying the other. You start to move it through the tunnel. As you do this, Brother Kaldon and Sister Otari are going to...
Brother Tassar?
Brother... What did I say?
You keep saying Kaldon.
He's sleeping, Chris. He's unconscious.
They
was
both...
alive for all of, like, 2 rounds.
Brother Tassar goes to... one second. Let me make a call. Based on this... He's actually just going to go in for a regular attack with his a pair of them. As he doesn't seem to see you leave with body.
What about me yelling?
He's gonna do 10 points of damage. And Sister Otari is gonna swing as well. They're kind of locked in their own battle.
Well, Tassar did the Tassar thing that I needed him to do, which was fight Otari.
Oh, and he does, and he still does, but as he strikes at Sister Otari, she clobbers him in the head once more. Already bloodied and beaten, Tassar goes down.
Fuck.
Sister Otari turns to everybody else now as Tassar drops and points. You're all traitors. We were a family. We stood as one. She gave us everything. What do we have now? Sand. Stone. Everything's burning. She gestures to the fire pit. Everything we had. She's gonna make a persuasion check. That's a 4. She is just like in a state.
She's manic.
As those two are dragging him out, as a reaction, I wanted to yell, "Delora has fallen!" Like into the caves, and hopes it echoes out.
You do. These two drag out the form of Lady Delora. And as you do, everybody kind of stares on at Sister Otari, who is just standing there still with her like cudgel at the ready, and she sees you guys, and you watch as she gets angrier as you are dragging out this form of Lady Delora, who, like, her chest cavity is now melting inward, forming this like black sludge as you're dragging her across the floor. She looks at you and her eyes go wide, and she goes, "This is a trick. They're tricking you!" And she's gonna run forward at you, Bastion, to go and strike.
Sure, yeah. As she runs towards me, can I use my reaction to try to grapple her, actually?
Yeah, you can. That's a 20 to hit. I'm gonna assume that hits.
That will hit, no matter what, but...
You can definitely use your action to grapple her. She's going to do 11 points of damage to you with this cudgel, which has just been rolling like a fucking boss this entire time. It is literally just a really heavy soup spoon.
It's doing more damage than my
I don't think I've had a weapon do this much damage.
You don't fuck with the cooking mama, man.
I mean, to be fair, that is actually a good point. Like, she is still an olive... no, I almost said an olifant. Luxodon, which is, like, her arm is big enough to be a weapon.
Yeah.
It's meaty enough. Just like Oberon is, but
same for Bastion. Like, Bastion's just a hunky piece of metal.
But yeah, you're hit for 11 points of damage suddenly. You can make a grapple check. Make a opposing athletics check.
23.
Versus her 18. You watch as you can like grab her arm and like put it underneath yours, and as you do, you can like you hold your back against her, pulling her arm back in like a direction it shouldn't.
I'll say, stop fighting. You are going to be the reason why you lose another family. All of these people could have been your new family. It's up to you to make a new one, not her. The one that is melting on the ground.
Make a persuasion check.
I love persuasion checks with this character. It's really hit or miss. It's mid 14.
Killed me once already. I don't know if I want to go here.
You've already been hit with that couple once. Holy shit.
She still seems quite manic. She is like wriggling, but you have her pinned. Anybody doing anything else?
When it's my turn, I want to come follow up behind him.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of out of turns. There's one enemy now. We will like move out of turns here. So if you want to come out,
I will come support, and I will go to.
Somebody made that.
How injured does she look?
Not really.
She does not look. She looks bloody. Just does make a contesting grapple check, please.
I was actually gonna ask if I could like try to disarm her while holding her.
She gets an action to try to break out first. You can make a second. Yeah, you hold her. Go ahead and make a disarm check. What were you doing, Avery?
My spiritual weapon was gonna come around the bend to give Bastion advantage, and perhaps
spiritual weapon does not provide advantage.
Well then it's just gonna non-lethally attack.
Okay.
That's a thing I can do with it now.
Disarm check also athletics, or is it just a strength check?
Yeah, it's an athletics. It's a contesting, yeah. That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage, Avery.
5.
What? She gets a +3 to strength. I don't know why it's not coming up, but it's contesting. Meets. It goes to the defender, doesn't it? So yeah, she keeps her weapon. You got it gripped and you're pulling up, but you still have her grappled. As you try to disarm her, she's just going to go in for a blow. Is anybody else doing anything? How much damage did you do to her, Avery?
5 force damage, non-lethal, and my spiritual weapon will continue to do non-lethal force damage.
There are a couple of checks I actually need to make here. I just realized.
You're good.
Let's see. This will be the third. It's about time for the third. So.
No! Yay!
You guys ready for the decider?
Fuck.
Okay, he's still alive! Brother Tassar is still alive.
Fuck yes! I needed to go there's dying on him! I totally forgot! That's crazy.
I struggling
I
against
didn't see him go down.
If anybody's doing anything else, speak up now. Otherwise,
I would like to yell just to anyone, help!
I'm trying!
Oh no, okay, you do so. Make a persuasion check, please.
Can I perhaps give him advantage by being one of the people to rush forward to help?
I'll help him.
Oh yeah, Oberon runs. How do you help Oberon?
I heard he's trying to hold her back.
Yeah.
Or knock her out.
Or knock her out, or whatever you guys are planning on doing. But as you call out for help, yeah, go ahead and roll to hit. I will say, as you do that, you watch as this enforcer rounds the edge with his spear. Oh my god!
Oh my god! Not lethal.
Nani, that's not up to you.
My punches
Does that
are
spear
not
just go,
lethal.
like,
Your
straight
punches
through her eye?
are.
I don't know about a spear being not.
That wasn't me. That was Chris.
I know.
Oh my god.
Plus another
17.
8 damage there.
Plus 8?
So
Yeah, he crit.
I did 8.
Oh yeah.
As you run up, Oberon, you clock her in the head, and this enforcer, who was just charmed a moment ago by Lady Delora, comes out. Can't you see she's a fiend, you idiot? And stabs her with a spear. Not non-lethally.
So, straight through the eye.
She goes down.
Do I see her?
Oberon, do you want to punch again? I will. Your punch did not knock her down. His spear did. Do you want to punch? You said 3 blows, but I assume once she goes down, you're not punching more.
No.
Okay.
I'm not trying to kill her.
Well, she did not go down from non-lethal damage. I will say the spear is what actually caused the final blow. So she goes down. Brother Tassar is going to need to make a final death saving throw.
Oh fuck! I run for the dying.
What are you're running to him, correct?
To him, to spare the dying. Yes.
Okay, so you run to Brother Tassar. Sister Otari immediately fails a death saving throw. Oh shit, guys.
What?
She is a big person.
Mm-hmm. Does she weigh more?
When she falls, she is going to fall a direction.
Towards my spiritual weapon.
There are 2 directions open to fall. So I will roll a d4.
I have a directional dice.
I will roll a d4. 1 to 2, it's spiritual weapon. 3 to 4, she's falling in the fire.
Oh, that's on her.
That's hilarious.
It's on her.
Can I just push her?
What the?
Yeah, if you want to. I mean, I'm not going to stop you.
Push her towards the weapon.
You mean push her? Push her. I'm sorry. Do you mean push her into the fire or out of the fire?
I guess I could catch her, huh? I'm not trying to have her burn to death.
Okay, that was my question. I was confused. I will say this is kind of happening before you can realize that she's dropping within the fire. So if anything,
she's pulling me with her because I'm technically.
Did I use my reaction to do it?
No. She is going to take a death saving throw. It's not a crit. It's not going to be an instant 2, but she lands face first in the fire. You can react to push her out, so it's only 1 death saving throw instantly. But she is at 2 failed death saving throws at the end of her first turn.
Yeah, I guess after she falls, Oberon, I'm like pushing her out.
Yeah, Oberon quickly like slides her out of the flames as her head hits suddenly. And
I'll just yell, "Kid, make sure she doesn't die as well." Just panting with broken pieces of metal.
I stir the dying her as well.
Okay, yeah, you can rush over and spare the dying. 1 second, I want to roll something here real quick. Yeah, you managed to prevent her death as well as Brother Tassar's.
Tassar. And Kaladin.
Yes, Kaladin was already prevented as well.
And when I'll spread the dying her, and then I'll see that she's also has her. I'm having a stroke. What's it called?
You are having a stroke.
The casting component, the religion item. Fuck.
Your holy symbol?
Yes, thank you. God.
You could. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure what word you were forgetting.
That is the exact one I was thinking for. Thank you. I'm gonna snatch it.
You're taking her holy symbol. Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Just to be careful, because I know I cast through mine.
Yeah. Okay, you can do so. Easy.
I'm just gonna move her cudgel, like throw it down the hallway that we just killed Delora from. Like throw it towards where Hoffs and Ignacio are. Big spoon.
You got it. You so
that thing has done damage.
That's a fear of cooking. Ladies Delora, if Lady Delora's body is around, I would like to take what vials, things I have on me, and collect some demon's blood.
I want to loot all the bodies.
Yeah, you guys can do so. You start doing so. Do you loot? Okay, yeah. Go. You guys begin looting the bodies. Sorry, what did you say? You start collecting demon's blood from, like the black mass. That is. Yeah. Go ahead and make an. Do you have alchemical tool proficiency?
I do. I can help.
Maybe.
Sure.
I can't check again. So.
Oh right, of course. I'm sorry. Well, we'll say if you're fine with letting helping Avery, and just have Avery roll it with the alchemical tools with advantage.
Absolutely.
Avery, roll with advantage with Avery. Like Hoffs calls you over to help you with your alchemical tools.
Is it
vial up some blood. It is an intelligence check with proficiency. At advantage.
Okay. That's a natural 16 plus my intelligence of nothing, but plus proficiency. I think it's 2, right?
At this level, yeah.
Proficiency 2.
Yeah, so that's 18.
18. Okay, yeah. You managed to gather 3 vials of demon's blood.
Would you mind noting that down, Avery? Because
I'll message you.
I'll put it in more.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, you guys.
And then Oberon and I searching the corpses.
Yeah, Oberon, what are you starting to search first? What's your priority?
Delora.
She is a demon. It is a mangled corpse of a demon that is just melting at every second. There does not seem to be any trinkets upon her. She has nothing upon her body, but like as you kind of like searching her form for like any remnants of clothes that she wore, she doesn't wear any clothes. This is just like a monstrous hulking form that at every second, like the flesh kind of turns into this black goop and falls off of it, steaming into the air. You've never seen a demon before, Oberon, and so this is kind of like a new occurrence for you. But apparently after demons die, their bodies start to dissolve.
That's cool.
Yeah, and as you start to like try to find some pockets to rifle through, the flesh becomes massy and gross, and you like have to like flick off some like black demon's blood ichor off your
Oberon,
form.
I'm trying to get the blood. Can you just like wait a minute?
Is there another body you start searching?
I mean, there's all the cultists.
Okay, yeah. On the cultists, go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
I don't want people to be like, "Oh, that was my friend Bob." I don't give a shit.
He said I loot without discrimination.
You'd be surprised. Some of the cultists here are like with you. Some of them are like, "What does this guy have?" And he's like kicking over the black robes that like are on a dead cultist and just kind of like mulling it through very shyly, like what does this body have?
I just wish I had
Investigation.
Yeah, I'm not proficient. It's a negative for me. So
no, I assume you're taking your time. I assume you're taking your time on this, though, right?
You know.
I assume you guys are taking your time on this. You're in no rush, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just looting everything.
Where the fuck did Fume go, and is he unconscious?
Fume is in the hallway here, and no, he's not. He's not unconscious. He's perfectly. You're like, okay, where's Fume? I'm doing a head count.
I'm missing one of them. I see fire.
Cleric head count.
Can I investigate specifically Brother Kaldan before he wakes up? To see if he has anything interesting on him?
Yes, of course you can.
And then once I rifle through him, I will wake him. Well, I'll wake Cesar up first.
Yeah, I'll help with that as well, because I do want to talk to him briefly.
Kaldan got wiped out the first 2 rounds he came in as a fight.
Good!
Has not been awake this entire
To be fair, he did do the most like, I realized after I did like one sneak attack with him, I'm like, if this guy sticks around longer, he's gonna fuck you guys up.
Turns out the thing that fucked us up the most was someone going into the ethereal realm.
Yep.
That took so long.
That was the intent. Like, this is specifically how she stayed alive for so long.
Which is trickery.
You find a whole bunch of things on these, both of you. First off, I will say on the bodies of these cultists, especially like the ones on Lady Dolores' side and those on your side, like both of them, I have stocked up and seem to like stuff their like bodies with like countless things. Especially the ones on Lady Dolores' side seem to have valuables that they've like hidden away that they might have looted or stolen from the ziggurat as it was cleared out. You don't know right now where all of the belongings have been hidden away here. You do know they were cleared out from the ziggurat, but you do start to find like a number of them across the bodies of these cultists. So, yeah, get your. Do you want me to give you just like a full list of loot that you guys will eventually loot when you're just like completely clear of this place?
Yeah,
because it'll just be party loot. And don't forget my pot of gold.
Well, see, that's the thing, is like, if you guys are just leaving it to what you casually find, then you guys will get like a certain list of things. However, it still depends on what you like specifically are going around and searching. If you guys are just searching all the bodies, I can tell you, like, I can give you a list of everything that you guys can find on the bodies, obviously.
All the bodies.
One thing I just want to specifically state I'm looting is I know there was I remember at least one keeper, and I'd like to get their mask and their mask at least.
Yeah, 100%. Easy.
Well, like, I also want to go through the ziggurat and loot the ziggurat.
Yeah.
You guys had access to the ziggurat. There wasn't... So...
in people's rooms who...
They had... Like, you guys left them to... You guys had barricaded in and gave them time. They cleared out their ziggurats. You have the rooms of, like, the bottom level... but everybody else had, and that's what I'm saying, like, you do find a lot of that stuff on the belongings of some of these cultists. They were given the instructions to take things were, like, the instructions given were like, hey, we're defending against the ziggurat, so, like, all these people were like, okay, take what you can get your hands on in case things go awry. And that seems to be, like, what all the cultists, like, had pocketed. So you do find, like, a number of, like, little trinkets and things like that, you know,
can I
well, 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, like, many of what you find are, like, lots of different art pieces. So you find, like pewter mugs, like, fine chalices, drinking things, and, like, little ivory statues, jade trinkets. You can find some rubies and gems stashed away in different pockets. You guys can find a total of a 176 gold pieces on the bodies here. That's just in, like, the actual gold coins stashed away in people's boots and stuff. And then I will provide you a list of, like, gems and things, like, other trinkets you guys had found, just so you don't have to list them off and you can write them down. But you guys find an assortment of art supplies. You also find wines, lesser wines, drugs, not both, like, Godsbeard, Veraca, and an assortment of others that you guys have not experienced before. Apparently
What
these... Avery just with a pile of white powder.
Acid just, like, takes it from the child. With each
wonder what this smells like.
Why do they just have flour?
Oberon just looks up from a body just with, like, white all over his nose and just, I have a wonderful idea for a screenplay.
That's a good one. I have this new book idea.
You're gonna love it.
By the way, this smells great.
It goes, this magical smells really, really magical, guys. This powder smells really, really magical.
You were like, magic smells like Pop Rocks, and I was like, that's divine.
That's cocaine. Magic is
That's
cocaine.
accurate.
Brother Tassar, if you're looting Brother Tassar,
Yep.
he doesn't have, like, anything miraculous on him. He does have full plate armor.
Oh, he's not dead?
He's not.
Dead.
No, you spared the. He was dying. He was definitely. He was one roll away from dying. He rolled a nat one.
He was dying.
So real quick, all of the named NPCs, other than Delora, have not died. They have been spared.
One's on the brink of death upstairs as well.
You actually do. Well, I wouldn't say the named NPCs, because as you are looting the bodies, you do find the bodies of two people. Who you do know the name of quite well, as Brother Raj is dead, and sister, Brother Raj is dead, and Brother Mohad is both dead.
Mohad's the one I threw the axe through, that's right.
You can also recognize the face of Brother Kaladin,
Alive.
No, he's very much dead in a hulking form on the ground.
I was right.
Who was the one that I spared the dying then?
That was Kaldon. So sorry. There's Brother Kaldon, who is the, like, leader of like the businessman basically that runs this thing. And then there's, sorry for the confusion, there's the young half-elf Brother Kaladin, who, if you remember,
I was like, the roommate. I thought Kaldon was the roommate.
No, Kaldon was Kaldon is this like big portly old guy who did all the like
Chris,
all the dirty dealings.
Similar.
It's literally just Kaldon and Kaladin, and Kaldon starts with a C, Kaladin starts with a K. That's that's clear as day.
Next time
That's your day, as we don't read the names.
I'm clearly pronouncing a K when I say Kaladin.
Brittany, and her name's Brittany.
Brittany. But yeah, you do see two familiar, like the dead tiefling that is Brother Raj, the young tiefling, and the dwarf that is Brother Mohad. You all have stabilized Brother Tassar, who Brother Tassar is got a number of things on his he has a my mistake. He does not have full plate armor. He has scale mail.
I don't plate armor. He has full plates of armor.
I think I'm one of the only ones with heavy armor proficiency.
I just
scale mail is medium armor.
That's medium. Okay.
And this, since you still have it active, this sparkles with magical energy, Oberon.
It's not active. It's concentration.
Well, then...
Ignacio
I'm not
has
saying
theirs
anything
on.
magical.
Yeah,
That's fair. Ignacio would point it out, though, to you all. Ignacio would tell you that he does have a magical set of armor, which you do acquire. You would also...
Yeah, it doesn't even matter if I get new armor or not, unless it has bonus effects.
It's a good thing that other people also need armor.
I know. I'm thinking though, like I was like, oh, magical armor sounds really cool.
You guys find also that he has a weapon that is magical. You do find upon him weird. Sorry. I hate this. Oh, later. Okay, well, I'll have to figure that out. I'll give you a full list of everything looted from here. Lady Delora's body does slowly turn into this mass of sludge, this black ichor. You guys can sort through the body of Brother Tassar, who has a number of fine trinkets upon himself. You can see his pockets are stuffed with these ornate necklaces that he has gathered prior. You can see he also has pocketed into his bag a number of fine wines and liquors, which will all be a part of the list for you. There is a crossbow, a pair of hand crossbows on his person. items. Well, I'm sorry, not on his. One, you find a pair of hand crossbows, one on Brother Tassar and one on Brother Kaldon. You can find a whole bunch of gems on Brother Kaldon. He has a pouch that are filled with countless gems of varying value. We're talking 20 or so gems, just a pouch filled with them that jingle. You also find on Brother Kaldon's body, over a prolonged search. That's why it's being so stupid. Why would I? Oh my god, I'm sorry. Okay, that makes sense.
What'd you do?
It like generated a list of like 16. I'm like, why is this like taking so long? And it's because like it's generating like 1,600 items. Yeah, that's not what.
Damn.
Yeah, Chris, why'd you do that?
I do not know.
Oh, real quick, Oberon, if you look in Crispy's dungeon, there at the very bottom there's Scorched Continent. There's an entire thing for loot and lore. So we can just put all of our loot in there, so that way it doesn't get muddled.
Did he finally open it up to us?
It's been open.
Nope. I can't see it. Still can't see it.
You're not in here. That is interesting.
Well, provide him the roll.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you in general chat? I've seen you there.
Here we go. I see him. I found it.
There you go.
What I will say is there are you do find a value like items that value a couple thousand gold pieces, obviously.
I'm dumb.
If you could get their max value for the items. The large pot of gold melted down is still an item on the docket. It is in a large cast iron bowl, set to tip out, and it is melted in. I assume you guys put out the fire, so it's no longer molten. You guys did say you did. So it's no longer like molten hot. It is still hot at this point in the fight. But it is also incredibly heavy.
Well, it's a good thing that there's two people with heavy builds.
That is still going to push it.
I know.
It's like a cast iron container filled with gold. Something that will, definitely skyrocket your whole wealth here into the couple thousand range. But you would definitely need to find out some way to transport this to somewhere safe. That being said, as you guys are like looting all these corpses, you have a number of cultists kind of gathering around and looking, and a number that are gathering items on their own. People who are finding like scattered trinkets off of the body of a friend and just start picking them up and then looting through the belongings of the friend altogether. What's your guys' plan from here as you guys kind of like loot this cave of anything that you can find left on the bodies? You can see as like a number of enforcers kind of watch you all just turn about after killing this body and start to turn to looting the bodies. A number of people like grab some items and start just slipping away. They just back off into the caves, and you can watch as a couple of enforcers and a cultist here like follow the way of the groups. They start like heading off in this direction.
And that's noticeable that they're just leaving.
Yeah, they're not exactly like making an obvious ordeal about it, but I mean, if that's what you're paying attention to,
I mean, I would probably keep my eye on them, but I would like to move towards them and like follow them where they're going.
Okay. You do so. They
following.
Okay, well, they start moving through the caves, out through a set of doors, which leads to the Keeper's Chamber, and you can see, like, somebody's been through here, and as, like, this set of enforcers and this, like, cultists walk through here, you can see, like, one of the enforcers points to the others, make sure that there's nothing else in here, and then meet me upstairs, we'll head out.
you guys, I do believe that any of Delora's more precious trinkets should be ours, considering that we're the ones that freed you.
They turn to you.
And I'll
of course.
place my halberd.
Please.
Did she bring anything down here or hide anything while y'all were evacuating the ziggurat to set all of this up for us?
I believe she, as well as Kaldon, have some sort of secret hideaway in there. We didn't see where it was, but they definitely hid some things away.
Okay. Before you go, though, I personally do not mind if you take anything. But do help take your friends upstairs so that way we can give them proper burial. It'd be a shame to see them die next to monstrosities and left here.
Make a persuasion check.
So good at these. So good at these.
They just go.
There we go.
One of them looks toward his friend in the keeper's chamber, who's turning over a set of robes, which is the only thing in here. They look at each other and then they look to you. One of them goes, "Yeah, we'll be right down. We'll help you guys move stuff out. I just wanted to grab some things from my room. Make sure nobody else loots it before we do."
Sure. And as I'm walking away, by the way, we have all the stuff from the rooms. Continue back to our group.
Okay. They linger behind. As you return back, you do not see them come back.
Yeah, that's fine. I figured that one. So that
they were lying, yeah.
Yeah, no. I will let everyone know that apparently Kazan and Delora had a secret hideaway of stuff. Possibly.
While that was going on, could I take a round or two to look through the eyes of my familiar?
Yes, you can. In the eyes of your familiar, you can see it flying. It is currently posted atop a camp, with this large red tent perched outside a number of outside Igressa buildings, and there it is perched outside of a tent where Mahmoud is currently talking to a group of men. They are discussing something at the moment. He sends them off, and these set of guards go marching off and then start heading down the road a little bit of the way. You can see a large military force is currently holding a portcullis outside of the walls of Igressa. There is a sort of siege set up on both ends, both entrances of Igressa, and forces are holding something within as fire rages from the inside of the town.
All right. We sent the letter? Is the letter off the bird's leg?
It does seem to be off the bird's leg.
All right.
There is no response attached to the leg of the bird. I will say you do know, but the message has been received.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah. So the bird will continue to wait, I suppose.
It's just waiting there.
I technically can't telepathically communicate with it at this range. It's just, working off of the orders I give it last of deliver the message and deliver the response. So.
Okay. You guys continue doing what you're doing.
Belle mentioned waking up Tassar, and I would like to be there when Tassar wakes up as well.
Is that what you want to try to wake up Tassar?
Beforehand, I would like to tie up Kaldon, though.
Okay, you can tie up Kaldon. Waking up Tassar is going to take healing of sorts.
I have medicine check.
Do you have a healer's kit?
Actually, I believe I do.
With a successful medicine check and a healer's kit, you can stabilize him, but only that. I did
bully a grown man into letting me get a healer's kit.
See, bullying grown men is valid, is what I'm saying.
You only yelled at me.
We're back on this discussion.
He
Sorry,
deserved it. It's
I
whatever.
haven't been here that long, but I need to hop off now.
No problem.
It's night over here. But
All right.
have a good one, guys.
Have a good one.
Thanks for the help you gave us. You're amazing.
I have healer skit.
Okay. Go ahead and make a medicine check for me.
That is number 9 plus my medicine is a 15.
Okay. Well, 15.
Does that mean that? Damn.
I will say, yeah, you are just able to stabilize him. You can, like, you attach these bandages and, like, wrap up his wounds, and as you finish up, you kind of, like, expect him to have woken up by now, and he still doesn't. And you just give him, like, a large smack across the face, and you just see him suddenly, what happened? What? Did you...
Sorry, knocked you out.
Oh, that fool. What did you do?
She's knocked out as well.
She's still breathing?
Yeah. We weren't in the business of killing everyone.
That is too
Just
kind for you. Of you.
Real quick, Tazar. Did Delora and Kaldon have anywhere where they would hide any valuable trinkets, armor, weapons?
Kaldon and Delora did have a hideaway up in the tunnels here. And he points up toward where you guys had found that trap previously.
Okay.
That oil trap that Avery stumbled upon. That in that direction he points.
I will stand up abruptly, and I will, like, a hard stare at Tassar, and I'll be like, be better, and then I'll walk off with my spiritual weapon.
Don't leave yet, kid. Don't go by yourself.
I get 5 feet, and then I stop.
Do you mind helping us convince Kaldon of what has transpired, considering that he has been unconscious for this entire event?
Kaldon is a simple man. He needs one thing to persuade him to do anything, and that is gold.
We have a pot of it.
That should do the trick. Nice and well. I assume you are not willing to part with this pot of gold?
No.
Correct.
A portion would be okay.
I would find something smaller to offer him. You do have what is known as the leg up in this negotiation.
I mean, help.
He just points to the bound and, like, unconscious body of Kaldon as he says that.
Avery, do you mind stabilizing him as well, or like helping us wake him up?
I do mind, but I'll do it anyway.
Thank you.
He
says with mock tone.
Yeah, it's all dry delivery.
Yep.
There's an understanding here. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll roll again. Natural 20.
Okay. You bring him up to 1 hit point. Tassar says as he's waking up, he goes, he is nothing you should fear. Nothing you should trust. He is a little weaselly rat, but other than that, oh, you are awakened. I didn't see that. He says it deliberately as he awakens.
My cat is in Kaladin's face. He was also the last thing he saw before he was knocked out.
You watch as he, like, scurries away. What is that thing? He looks around to everybody kind of, like, surrounding him and, like, weapons out. And, did I miss something while I was out?
Delora has fallen.
Well, I was never really, devoted to her in any sense. I was, just sort of a business partner, if you will.
No, that's understandable.
Yes.
Speaking of you and your business partner,
well, more like acquaintances, not really partners in any sense.
While this
I
discussion
barely
is
knew
going
her,
on,
actually.
I'm gonna ritual cast Zone of Truth, just in case.
No, I do not. Ritual cast? Ritual cast? Ritual. Okay, you begin a 10-minute process of casting that.
Is this a ritual spell? I swear to God it is.
I don't
No, it isn't.
think so.
Never mind then, I just watch.
Okay.
But we have word that you and Delora had a stash of fine goods. We would like you to take us to them. In exchange, you will not be left here by yourself with monstrosities and possibly a halberd in your stomach.
He goes, hear me out, counter offer. 10%.
Hear me out, your life.
Yes.
Roll an intimidation check.
The cat in his face.
Yeah, with advantage. Yeah.
Yay. I got you!
Thank you. 14.
He just goes, well, you can't really blame a man for trying, I assume.
Can I immediately insight him to see if it had effect? Reading on how he took that?
You don't need an insight check. I mean, he seems pretty intimidated, yeah.
Okay. He is a weak-willed man, got it. And then I will pick him up and I'll go, you are going to stay in between me and everyone else as we walk towards there.
My spiritual weapon goes away.
He leads you guys up this path. Up this path here. It's not pinging, but he
that way I can see.
Why is it not pinging? Might need to refresh. I'll refresh and then ping. He leads you up to where that trap you discovered mid-fight was. The tunnel where Lady Delora was hiding in. He leads you to the highest point where within he does push past across, like unhooks these like latched buckets of oil, puts them down, and pushes a stone wall inward, and then like pushes it, like drags it into a like side reservoir. Not mechanically assisted at all. You can see he has to use all of his weight to do it. Not a strong man, but he pushes it inward. You make the job less significantly easier, and you have this like 4-foot like entranceway at the back of this corridor, which leads you to just a very small vault, hidden vault, if you will, up in the corner here. Within, there's not much. There is another pile of gold, some gems, as well as a couple of trinkets and like valuables that you find as well, which now I will include in the list of things found. You also find a large golden ceremonial lockbox.
I go for that.
Well, its image is quite terrifying. It is this like obsidian black iron metal of sorts. Its face is this like sunken visage, and it is just this open maw screaming, and you can see like the teeth and like the edges of the jaw like open wide, which opens to this keyhole, which takes quite a large key. Not like a standard key. It is shaped with like the circular shape and like these 2 notches on the top and bottom.
Or perhaps some deft hands.
By any chance, can I see if I can remember if it looks like the necklace or like a symbol that we've seen like near the shrines and such?
The keyhole, it does not. Yeah. The keyhole does not look familiar to you. The image of this box does look ominous, and as you mentioned this about deft hands, you kind of look to Ignacio, who approaches it and wearily speaks up. I don't know if I would want to. It is glowing with magical energy. It is glowing currently with
You gotta look up the color.
I'll just tell you the type. It is glowing with abjuration magic.
Gotcha. For later, then.
Calazon, do you know where the key for this is?
I don't know a thing about that chest. It was a sacred item of Lady Delore herself, and I was not allowed to touch it. That pile is mine. And he points to, like, the fact that this chest is on one side, and then there's a pile of gold and trinkets on the other. And he just goes, that pile was mine. That was the only thing Lady Delore held dear.
I'm gonna go back to her gooey corpse, and then find something to poke around the corpse.
I want to search her throne room.
To find.
You guys did go through her throne room and found it base level just wiped clear. If you want to do a more thorough search, you can go back and do so. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me, Oberon. Are you recruiting any help to do so?
Sure. I would.
Bastion wants to come help me.
No, I was gonna say I would say take Ignacio with you.
Ignacio will go. I'll help you if you need an extra set of eyes. Yeah, Ignacio will go with you. Go ahead and make an investigation check with advantage.
Really? That should have been a 19.
I saw a 20 for a moment too. I got so excited for you.
Man, today's rolls.
I bag that chest either way.
Okay, yeah, you take the chest.
And then I'm gonna go poke around Delora's corpse with weaponry to maybe find a key. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, you can do so. Make an investigation check, Eggy or Avery. You don't find much, unfortunately. You spend some time going over this room and it has been cleared out. You pick up the last trinkets that were left behind. And as you're searching, just as you and Ignacio are about to give up, you kick a corner of the wall out of frustration, and you just shatter a brick of sandstone, which seemed much weaker than all the other. And as it shatters, you can find a little false room underneath. It only holds but a couple of papers. And what is on these papers are they're ripped out maybe of tomes, some of them. There's only a group of 3 papers rolled up and stuffed in this hole. But they are in what language do you speak, Oberon? And I'll look at Ignacio's. Sorry, what?
You know the child is a polyglot.
Common, Infernal, and Denguese.
Okay. Well, I will say, specifically because it is Denguese, you are looking at a familiar language to you, but not known. It is from your continent, something you've run into a number of times, but nothing you know about, or nothing you can read, but you're looking at the holy language, or a Laren, as it's called. It is the language of the Holy Continents. Basically, not the Holy Continents, the Holy Kingdoms. Basically, the kingdom on the other side of the continent you're on. You're very familiar with it, as you've seen papers with this language before. It's just a dialect, not of your knowledge. So if any of you speak the language of the Holy Kingdoms, which I don't think you do,
unless it's Rakeshian.
No, it is the exact opposite. These papers, probably you would know, these are hard to come by, these papers. You can assume by the fact that these have a Larian language on it, that these were very hard to come by, and by that notion, probably very important. If you could probably discern what these papers make out.
Spellcasters maybe could decipher it, but then have
Yeah, if anybody knows, I mean, I'd be happy to show them around to people.
I
wasn't able to find a key, but I did find these papers.
A mechanic question for you, because I also will have the possibility to do this with another character. Comprehend languages, will that make it where you can translate the dialect?
Yeah, so comprehend languages gives you the meaning behind the words.
Okay. It's just because it is common with an asterisk kind of thing.
They're like, for all intents and purposes, they're not really common without an asterisk. Like, common exists. Okay. Like, you can know common and a Laren. It is just like a fully different language. Common is just kind of like this. Like, in my world, common is pretty stupid. Not a big fan of common. It doesn't make much sense in a massive world setting. In a small world setting, yeah, kind of, but like in a massive realistic, common just don't, like, one universal language, wow, things would be so easy. There would be like way less understanding, there'd be way less confusion in the world. Like, just generally, people would probably get along a lot better. There a whole lot of things, like, common is kind of weird like that. I'm not the biggest fan of common, but when it comes to playing a game, common makes it easier. So a Laren exists, and I do like to use my dialects. I would prefer to use them more often. I'm kind of adapting to making it more common that you'll run into Rakeshian, since most of you speak Rakeshian more often than common.
Don't I have I know a different type of Rakeshian.
You know Old Rakeshian. If anybody knows anything about the worlds, I do also have a rule where anytime you would take a language, if you would like to forego that and take 2 dialects, you can.
Which is why Avo knows so many.
I could have had like 10 dialects, is what you're telling me?
If you'd like to retcon some of them, you can. I will probably call it and not let you choose a Laren conveniently here. Because that would seem a little pointed if you did.
I want to keep my
but most of these dialect languages can be useful to know for that reason, especially if you guys ever travel. Like, specifically if you guys ever do travel to the Holy Kingdoms, I think it'd be really fun for you guys to constantly run into just like, you're speaking Rakeshian in the land that does not like Rakesh.
The complete antithesis of what Rakesh stands
exactly.
For. No, I think that would be fun, personally.
But yeah, nonetheless, it is in a Laren, an old language. If you guys know Estra, like, Rakesh doesn't really recognize Old Rakeshian. It's just like an older dialect of Rakeshian.
Yeah.
There is actually Estra, like the land of Estalosia, which has 2 languages, Estrin and Old Estrin, which are 2 different languages technically.
Kind of like how English and Old English work.
A little bit more complex, kind of like Latin and Spanish, honestly.
Okay.
But yeah.
Ignacio says that they can read all languages.
That's what I was actually in the middle of checking. So that actually makes it easy. Wonderful.
Eyes of Runekeeper.
Yeah. Okay. I was looking that up. I just got distracted. The Eyes of the Runekeeper. Sorry, what?
Also 17 investigation.
A 17 investigation. This
before we rabbit hole is all.
Yeah, no. The 17 investigation. That will get you a pendant. This pendant does not have a chain. It was not hung amongst their person. But you do find it amongst their body. It is just this singular, like, carved cast metal, and it's got the visage of a screaming face upon it. It has this strange geometrical shape carved into the bottom, which is kind of like a reservoir in the shape of like a hexagon with like this octagonal shape around it, and this like circle of indented metal, something that would not fit into that lock, just to be clear, but it does share a similar visage of it. And as Oberon, you hand over these papers to Ignacio, you watch as Ignacio's eyes flare with a set of runes in them, and they just start scanning the paper, and they tell you, this paper talks about a location of a tomb, sealed away, which holds a key to release something. It doesn't speak about what it would release. It just speaks of a vault which keeps a key. The location of which is not on Rakesh. From what this paper says. The other two papers, however, they speak about a deceived lord. Something of the Holy Continent, the Divine Continent, the continent north of here, of course. It speaks of a dark power, which was seized by a mortal. It speaks of some sort of power over the realms themselves, which he wielded to concoct creation, like to warp individuals into amalgamations of both the mortal plane and various mirroring planes. An event, Oberon, you can roll a history check. I'll give you advantage. I assume you guys group up. You guys kind of like walk into the room explaining this to everyone, just so I don't have to. It doesn't have to be a game of telephone.
I am also having Caldon being dragged with us.
Oberon, this is a old history lesson that is outside your. These papers speak of like something that is outside your town's creation, so something you really were not interested in. It speaks of a land called Tal Desir, which had this duke raised power. And then get deceived by some great power, which gave him the ability to warp his subjects into using the power of mirror realms. He rose to such power, he almost took over the entire continent of Aelith. He was driven back, and these 2 pages speak of the creation of a great divine kingdom, based upon the holy act performed by 5 avatars, creating a kingdom in their name and driving back this deceived lord to the dark depths that he spawned from, ridding him from this plane and saving Aelith altogether. It speaks of a catastrophe that almost ruined the continent, corrupted the continent itself. It even speaks of a group of forests where the battle was last fought, which lays tainted to this day with the remnants of his dark beasts. But yeah, these are the 3 pages that Oberon was able to find as he brings it back. You as well find this matching like key of sorts that does not fit the chest that you just found.
Cool. But they look related. I will also bag that.
Okay.
Have we gone through all of the looting process?
Yes, I will give you just like a full list of loot for you guys to sort out over your downtime here during the week. this will be the hidden loot as well as the loot from the corpses here. If there's anything else you guys would like to do in this compound, do so now. Yes, rest. Do so now, and then we will set out upon our journey the next day.
Once all the looting is done, and it looks like everyone's done with their errands after we deal with all the bodies and such as well. Avery will gather the party, and we'll be like, "Hey, I forgot to mention this before the fight, but right before the fight, my goddess spoke to me in my last dream, foreshadowing some greater danger. She's told me that I'm being led astray, and that we'll all face ruin if we don't find my way home. And I think she was trying to show me something, because there was this creature crawling out of this sarcophagi, and it wasn't the Cruelly. I just knew it wasn't, and I'll just tell this to my party. So of course we'll need to go back to Agressa, get that settled and reported, but then perhaps we make our way back to my hometown.
I'll get onto one knee and look Avery, because I am over 6 feet
No,
tall.
I know, you're fine. I'm just
I need to hop on, guys.
Okay, yeah, we were gonna wrap this up here soon anyway.
Just getting onto one knee and stating, I will protect you, but do try to be more proactive in giving us information. So that way we can work reliably.
Absolutely, I just forgot in all the goal setting, because I'm like, oh, this isn't as important as this can wait till I'm alive after, kind of.
My final questions, which will get everybody's answer here at the start of the next session, is what are you guys going to do with your last survivors, and what are you guys going to do, or with the rest of your crew, and what are you guys going to do just in general? Are you guys setting out? Are you guys going to do anything with the cigarette? What is your...
I am team bring everyone back to Agressa, and then from Agressa go to, I'd have to look up the name of my city, but I know where it is.
You'll mention this to just a couple people standing by you, and they'll go, what waits in Agressa? Tassar will chime in, what brings you all to us?
We were tasked in order to stop the production and spread of Varaka, and we found out that it was being produced by a demon.
So you work for the Red Empire?
Upon hearing what that statement means, Bastion noticeably tenses and kind of that really offset feeling, you tick to the side if you turn your head to the side, and that
gives you a crick in your neck.
Yeah, he does that, except for because of his beaten metal, you can hear it screeching, loud enough to go he does not like that statement at all. He's not hiding his annoyance of it.
It's been a while, so I forget, Mahmoud, right, was a general.
A high general.
High general.
Which is a higher rank than just a standard general.
So,
obviously.
And we're in the Red Empire.
Yeah.
He sees that remark on you and he's go, that is not a no.
I'm transparent. I'm unsure. As far as I'm aware, he's as I remember, he's a general, and he was good to me.
Tassar will look at you all. These people will not be eager to go with you. Neither am I. I will lead them elsewhere if you wish, but I will not venture to imprisonment.
I mean, you're just all victims in all of this at the end of the day as well.
It's about what they did before.
We may be victims, but we have left behind victims.
I don't know where everyone is from, but after we hit Agressa, the hope is to go to, and I looked up really quick so I can remember.
Zagara.
Her home, Ben
Wait,
Hasir?
where? When were you? You were planning on going to Ben Hasir?
You said that's my home.
That is your home. What does that have to do? That's where you're planning on going afterward?
Yeah.
That's where everyone wants to go.
They
that's
will
where my
go.
goddess was like, you need to go home, and I'm like, okay, I need to go home.
Your goddess. When did your goddess say you needed to go home?
You said you need to go home, or your people are gonna face ruin.
I don't know if that's what was
I'll
said.
go look back.
You might have to go look back. I do not think they told you to go home.
It was fucking when.
No, I'm well aware of what like dream you're talking about.
Home, otherwise, Avery took it literally.
I see. I'll make sure to be more careful with my wording then, with that in mind.
Avery was like, my goddess said I need to go home. Shit, I need to go home.
But Bastion will regard Cesar and say that is completely understandable. Do try to be on the good side of law now.
No promises, but being led astray by a demon makes me really rethink some decisions I have made.
You also drink a lot of demon's blood, and I point to the fires, and I'm like, that's what we use for those.
Are you saying I'm going to spontaneously combust? What are you getting at?
I would be really careful about what you eat in the next week.
I will try not to eat fire.
Yeah, careful.
But
no promises.
Deadpan.
Let's rest for the night, and then once we're all back into traveling order, we can say our
separate
farewells.
where we need to.
You got it. He goes, that would be best, as I have been, I think, horribly concussed by Otari. And he takes off his helmet to reveal just like this massive black welt upon his head.
Oh, I could help with that tomorrow. I'm just
going to sit down against this wall
here.
You may
go
want
sleep
to put that
upstairs.
I really want to sleep for a while. I don't know
you
why.
need to stay up.
That's good after I had some head injury.
No,
right?
I can't
I
stop you.
put my arm
small.
under his and just go, we're going upstairs. And just start
upstairs.
walking him, but like have it in like that arm lock where if he even like dips down a bit, it.
Oh, he like almost falls. Oh, everything went sparkly right now.
What's the date?
It is the month of Aratar.
Is that accurate?
No.
What's 4 plus 12?
It should be accurate. You guys started this campaign. No, you guys started this campaign at the at the ends of spring. You guys started this campaign in Saboteur. It is not that it has actually come up because you guys have been in here for a week, but it is actually our turn. As he says that, you actually go like, I think it's Saboteur, and I was like, I'm pretty sure it has just become Aratar. It is what last night was. It's approaching a full moon soon. He starts doing math. This is hurting my head.
It's 12 plus 16. It's really not that complicated. 12 plus 4. Oh no.
I'm gonna go lay down. And he just
I help him to his room in a bear.
Get you there.
Then I'll go to sleep.
Yeah, okay, we'll end the session there. We'll pick up next week when everybody's here. Awesome. Thanks for sticking in, guys. I appreciate it. You guys leveled up at level 4 just recently.
Yeah, and then we just did a boss fight.
Say, yeah, you guys did a boss fight. I will say, like, at the end of your journey, which this will be a prolonged journey, or this will be, like, prolonged journey, so this will go by, like, fairly quick. I'm gonna probably just ask how you guys plan to travel, and then roll random encounters.
Don't worry about hydration. We have hydration settled.
Yeah, the prolonged journey, I generally just ask, like, what is your plan? And then I'll roll a bunch of dice. You guys will roll your dice, and I'll roll versus that, and see what happens.
We'll have food, so I'm not worried about the rations part of it. I'm worried about people that are splitting up from us.
You'll be level 5 probably by the time you reach Agressa. Keep that in mind, just to give you some Heads up.
Where were you telling Avery to go? It wasn't. Was it like a moral thing?
The line they said, if I'm not mistaken, was you are being led off path. Like off path, you must find your way home. Like being led astray means being led off a central path. You must find your self back on stray. Essentially, is what they're saying by home.
I believe you. Avery was like, yeah, literal. Gotta go see my mom for the first time.
That is
years.
Honestly. So what I will say is run with that. We'll start next session with it. Yeah, we'll start next session with an insight check if you want. Insight is one of my favorite skills. Because it gives me an opportunity to give players some thoughts they should have thought already.
I've been gone from home for either 3 or 2 years.
Yes. Yeah, so honestly, run with that. You might still, honestly, depending if you roll a low insight, you might just still go yeah, no, he definitely meant go home.
Here's the thing, Avery wouldn't question it.
I will say my wording was just referring to being led astray, must go home, but still valid, what you heard.
The inquisitive kid doesn't question.
No, my goddess went, go home, and I went, sure, no, I'm going. Yes, ma'am. I was meaning to do that eventually. I guess now's the time.
Yeah.
But it was a good session. Thank you very much, Chris.
No problem.
Fuck you, Delora.
I'm also going to leave, but I will see